Hello, heroes! Welcome, one and all, to the final episode of Mousecapades. Thank you so much for joining us on this big old adventure. Thank you to the audience. Thank you also to the players. Everyone has dressed up for this finale, and we are killing it, if I do say so myself. My name is Joe. I have been your dungeon master for this evening as well as every evening previously. I go by they, them pronouns, and you can find me at The Cat in Charge on Twitter, TikTok, and pretty much anywhere else. I do tabletop stuff, I cosplay, and I do this. And next we're going to go over to Miranda. Please introduce yourself for the last time.
I'm Miranda, and I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Corum, who uses he, him pronouns. Corum is a goatfolk sorcerer. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere else at mdebnam1, where I yell about politics and theatre and D&D.
All right, and Rue?
I'm Rue. I use he or they pronouns, and I play Ayla, who uses they, them pronouns. They are a drow rogue. And you can find me on Twitter and Twitch as Ilana Knight 13, and then on Instagram and anywhere else as Ilana Knight without the 13. I do art, and I rate tabletop adventures and games, and I like yelling about things on the internet.
All right, and last but not least, Ari.
Hi, I'm Ari. I play Joel. We both go by he, him pronouns. As we all do, I yell on the internet about stuff. You can find me on TikTok at the Frog Prince, the Frog_Prince. I've recently rebranded, so that's me now. I also play fighting games, and I would like to call myself a social justice advocate. And yeah, catch me wherever books are sold, you know.
And Gwinnett, Alpharetta, and Kennesaw.
Oh, no.
All right. We're going to jump, I guess, right into it. We have a lot to get through today. So, last time, Corum and Ayla escaped from Don's teapot home, and Joel faked his own death, believing that Don may have tried to poison him. The party also had a letter run to them by a black-cloaked figure, which was a hastily written goodbye and thanks, presumably from Aubrey. Joel and Corum fruitlessly tried to convince Father Ansel of Dawn's true nature. Ayla visited Dawn to steal her scrying ingredients. Corum then went to Captain Bailey, who acted and spoke strangely before attacking him and quickly being restrained by her fellow guardmates and taken to the temple. Soon after that, Joel discovered that the target focus of the scryer had switched now to Bailey. Independently, the party witnessed the predicted downpour, only for the wax seals to hold strong, preventing the rain from leaking through the walls and flooding a shop. And Ayla went to go check on Dawn, while the others continued recreating the scryer. There, they found her awake and holding a cup of tea. She mentions that Joel's poisoning was only meant to make him sick, not kill him, and then pulls aside a carpet to reveal the same abyssal summoning circle from the grass on her floor. Upon smashing a jar of dark liquid onto the circle, the teapot exploded with both Dawn and Ayla in it. And Ayla, we are going to be starting right off with you.
Yup.
You are surrounded by a thunderous roar like you have never heard before. It's overlapped by an ear-splitting screech of shattering porcelain as well. There is a wall of heat and smoke that begins to close in around you, but you slip through it just as fast as you begin to plummet towards the ground. Please make a dexterity saving throw. And I also would like to remind you that
16.
every single one of you has inspiration.
Ah, you.
16?
16.
16. All right. So you're pretty close to the wall of the teapot, and you sort of lunge for one of the lower hanging teacups that you know hang amongst the saucers outside. You scrabble on the smooth porcelain, and it kind of chips and splinters under your fingers from the force of the explosion behind you. And the long, skinny, sort of grass-like leaves that hang over the side of the cup don't give you any purchase either. Instead, they're paper thin, they're just as sharp. You take 2 points of slashing damage as your hands are cut into, Ayla.
Yup.
And Ayla, despite your 16, you fall. but it's not for very long because you don't crash into the thoroughfare below. Instead, you land on something else, something kind of solid, kind of dark and viscous, being held in place by sheer will or some unseen force or something. And you don't really have enough time to think about it because you are immediately drawn under the surface and into it. You cannot see, but you are technically swimming, in a way, for the moment. You're not really focused on a whole lot other than survival and getting to breathe again. So we're gonna cut to Joel and Coram.
Yep.
That's no good.
I pretend
That's
I do not
bad.
see it. I pretend I do not see it. Oh no.
You are inside the clock tower and you hear this.
What?
Rushing out the door, down the stairs, you are met with the immediate sight of smoke billowing into the ceiling of a shop. You notice it kind of looks almost more like incense smoke than a proper fire. It's pale gray, but that's not quite the main attraction. Emerging from where Dawn's teapot home has just sent shards of porcelain flying yards upon yards away, some of them clattering into even the slums, there is a tall figure that's building itself from the ensuing fallout. What looks like gallons upon gallons of more of this dark liquid pours from an empty space in the air just above the iconic shape of the cello case, and it rapidly begins to form into a more corporeal shape, quadrupedal, just as tall as the cello case, but incredibly long and rail thin, narrowly fitting between the barn walls. It's a dark, sloshing body, a clear animal balloon filled up with oil. It stands in the thoroughfare. There's a long tail growing from the shape, two little pointed ears, a short muzzle, and two lines of candlelight hover in front of its face, giving the illusion of fiery, hellish slitted pupils. Wispy trails of smoke continue to pour out of the gurgling bubbles in the oil. And the creature bends down onto its forelegs, and then throws its head back and screams another wave of smoke into the air.
Oh
It
no,
rolls in
okay.
thick clouds and quickly blankets the entire ceiling of the narrow hall, and as it settles high over you, the candles of the chandelier, all 10 of them, as it is about 10 o'clock in the morning, are snuffed out, and night falls over a shop. The rain clouds outside
Okay.
block out most of what sun would usually beam in through the small spaces in the wall, and just a few slivers of morning light illuminate the town now in an eerie pale outline. It is in dim light, and if you don't have dark vision, you're going to have trouble seeing. I think both of you
Okay.
have dark vision, though, so,
I think
Yeah, I
everyone
do.
in this party has dark vision.
Yeah.
so
We
what are y'all doing?
We are night creatures.
panic and freak
Oh my
out.
God.
Can we see where Ayla is?
You cannot. You see this creature. You see the smoke.
We gotta take it on. Joel?
We
It's
gotta.
gonna-
What about the people? Can people escape?
They need to evacuate.
How can we get people out of here? Because even if we do want to fight, we don't have enough space to really start doing the stuff that we would be doing. So,
Do
there's
you
no light. Okay, let's make light. Let's make light to get people out of here. Maybe. Oh God, then it can see us. Then it might see us and attack us.
do
I
you
don't want
have
to lose. I don't want to lose my hammer again.
Joel, can you make images in the air? Like illusions? Can you do that?
I don't have dancing lights. That would be Ayla. I can throw fireballs, but they don't travel for very long. They just travel very
Yeah.
quickly.
No, I was just thinking we could like make a illuminated exit sign.
Yeah, we could
but
do.
I don't think we can.
I mean,
okay.
we can do the thing again with the sensor and the light and the waving and the spinning, and you can tell people you can't do a mass message. You can only message one
No,
person.
only one person. But the council must be here. They must have an evacuation plan for fire. I hope.
They should.
Although, given the
Who-
general state of the government in this place, who knows?
Okay. Should we split up? I hate splitting up. Things keep happening. Let's not split
split
up.
up.
We can't split up
We're
anymore.
already in 2 parts.
We're already split up. Let's stay together. You want to go to the temple and find Ansel, and maybe he can, since he's the only other magic user, maybe he can help. The temple is far away from the entrance. We can't do that.
Madameo is also a magic user.
Yes. He would probably
but-
be the most helpful, actually.
They'll all come here anyway. Like,
You're right.
everyone
Hopefully.
important is either going to come here or start evacuating people. Hopefully.
Y'all do know that where the creature is right now is standing between you and the temple as well as the barracks.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're
But-
at the cello, then it's the creature, then the barracks, and then the entrance is over there.
Mm-hmm.
But where
Okay.
you are in the grandfather clock, you're pretty close to the exit of a Shaw, and indeed there is absolute chaos going on with all the mice in the thoroughfare. You hear
Okay. We
screaming.
just need to
There
take.
are little furry creatures, just sort of flooding into the street, all sort of yelling about what to do. Some of them yelling to get out, some of them yelling to fight, some of them asking where the guards are.
Bailey just got taken out, so I don't know where the guards are. Okay, should we
We
try
just
and
need to
move
direct these
around the
people out. We
creature?
can do it.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's
You
start
said, should
yelling
we
to
try and move
everyone
around
to
the
get out.
creature to how? We can. Is there maybe? Maybe we can alert the. Let's just get people out. If we need space to work, you're right. We just need
Yeah.
to. Okay. So we'll go towards the entrance of the Shaw. And
Yeah. Or just start like directing. Leave.
yeah,
Leave.
I'll use burning hands and like you be like, hey, come this way with said burning hands.
And I can like
Um,
firebolt upwards, maybe? To
You
just
can
be like,
maybe firebolt in such a way to distract the thing or make
Yeah.
it look in a different direction so that we can still.
yeah, I
just
can
don't want
distract
it to
him.
look at us out. I just
Okay.
don't want it to try to kill us.
I'll distract it. You try and get everyone out.
Okay.
Hopefully Alar's not dead. Although they probably are.
They look pretty
F
dead.
in
They
chat.
look pretty dead at this point. I'm gonna chat for Ayla.
Okay, that's what we do.
Okay, let's do it, and we'll stay close enough where we can still see each other.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
All right. Joelle, if you want to make a performance check to try to catch as much
Definitely.
attention as possible with your burning hands.
Okay, so we all know that Joel has a habit of having an unlucky beginning. Joel's ability is like slow start. The Pokemon Regigigas is slow start. We're not doing that today.
Okay.
We're doing
Please.
the opposite of that today. The other
We
thing is
believe
happening
in
today,
you.
okay? I believe in me too. 22.
Yes.
Ooh.
Nice.
We're not
Very
playing today.
nice.
We're not playing today.
We did not come to play today,
We
except
did not go to play. Obviously.
all right. So your burning hand goes off. The beautiful sort of rose gold kind of whitish flames, all radiant, encircling around your hands, and it does create a pretty good beacon. And it illuminates the space in a couple of feet around you, and a bunch of the other mice here do take notice of you. Many of them start sort of moving in your direction, and the light illuminates part of the doorway, which you're pretty close to. Not the doorway itself, but like the ramp leading up to it. And despite the fact that most people don't usually leave a Shaw ever, the entrance is in no way hidden. And you notice a couple of the mice do start sort of heading in that direction and sort of directing their fellow mice around it. You also, actually, both of you make a perception check. And you can do it just straight since you're both in the field of the burning hands.
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
Also an unnatural 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
So both of you notice
We
kind
ready.
of more copies of those little black cloaked figures that give you your note from earlier. And they are kind of herding some of the more confused, kind of lost mice in their direction. You
Work
notice
robbery.
maybe there's 10 of them. And they kind of, duck and weave and hide behind mice. They're always kind of like tapping in a certain direction or pointing and like whispering to go that way and get away. And
Okay,
Mm.
great.
So we have a little bit of a support system, a little bit. Again, the bourgeoisie is more relevant than the government, yet again. But
Yep.
okay.
Okay, so we're clearing the area. Can we try and circle round it so that we're on the same side as the temple and the barracks? Because maybe then we can like lead it out of town towards the barracks where the soldiers are anyway.
you could totally try.
We can try. Okay, so is there like a steady stream of people leaving at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna do the thing that like heroes do in films where they like run against the crowd of people running away to like get to the
Yeah.
danger.
You're kind
The
of like
danger.
Yeah.
sideways, like shouldering your way
Yeah,
past.
yeah.
Yeah. Very dramatic shots. The
absolutely.
music is swelling.
Mhm.
All right, so while you guys are running, we're gonna cut back to Ayla real quick. Ayla,
Drowning.
not yet. What is your Constitution modifier?
+3.
So you can hold your breath for 4 minutes. You're kind of floating. It's like water, but a little bit more viscous. And it's just dark enough that you can't really see through it, but there is that faint bit of light sort of streaming in. What would you like to do?
I would like to attempt to swim towards where the light's coming from, if I can. Or is it diffuse, or can I tell where it's coming from?
It's more diffused. There's not like one pinpoint.
Then I'm going to try and swim up because I know I fell down.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Oh boy, I'm not good at those. But I did roll a natural 20.
Incredible.
Plus nothing.
We'll take it.
It is a natural 20. You start paddling upwards, and you find that you can swim through this actually easier than you can through water almost because of how thick it is. It kind of displaces you easier, and you can float in it rather well. As it kind of like inevitably sort of like gets into your mouth, and it doesn't taste like water. It tastes awful. It tastes like the most bitter thing that you've probably ever had. Yeah, it's genuinely horrible. But you do eventually break surface. With that nat 20, you fly, basically, instead of swimming. And you emerge, and you breathe in somewhat clean air. It's a little bit smoky, but it's not choking. And you notice that you aren't actually very far down from where you fell. You can see kind of the saucers and the teacups a little bit above your head, and you can see the cello case. This creature, made out of the gurgling oil with the little bits of smoke trailing from it, you're pretty much on its back, Ayla. And you can see the head in front of you, and behind you, there's a little tail.
I always end up on top of these things, don't I? I'm going. Can I move through it? Like, can I wade through it, essentially?
Yeah.
Can I attempt to move up towards its head?
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, just make another athletics check. Not a very high DC.
That's a 13.
13. Yeah, not bad. A little bit tougher. Trying to sort of like just straight go through it instead of like swimming up. And you do sort of eventually make it to the head. It's kind of like swimming upstream. And it's very interesting because if it was like a proper liquid, it would level out and fill out whatever container it's held in, but it's just sort of like suspended in shape.
Is it like sticky? Like, am I wet? Not like necessarily wet, but like, is it sticking or no?
It's like you're doused, you would say.
Okay, cool. Wet, but it's not water.
Yes.
And
you can get up right onto the top of the head between where the two little triangle ears are, and you can see pretty much the entirety of a shop.
So cute. It's terrifying, but it's so cute.
Don't call it cute just yet. This is the Yormagond.
It's gonna kill me, but that's okay. Does it know I'm up here?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. What is it doing? Because I've just kind of emerged from it. What is it doing?
So you were still inside of it when it kind of threw its head back and roared. So you didn't really get to see that. And now it is exceptionally slowly kind of lumbering from side to side as it begins to pick up one of its paws and sort of move forward. And it is moving closer into a shaw, like towards the grandfather clock, not towards the barracks.
I would like to cast dancing lights.
Okay.
And make them all really bright and colorful pointed towards the barracks. Like I want to summon them in front of it, and then have them like swirl around towards the barracks.
Okay, make a performance check.
We are just team diversion. Like, if we can't kill it, we will just distract the hell out of it. Like,
14
We want to
plus
protect a
3,
show.
so a 17.
17. That is pretty good. You do a very fancy little maneuver with the dancing lights, and you see its big head kind of like start to drift in the direction of them as you maneuver them in the direction of the barracks, and then it turns its head away and looks back towards its intended course, and it takes another lumbering step. It doesn't
Not
have very
so easily distracted.
it doesn't have very heavy footfalls, you notice. It's kind of difficult to hear. But it's moving forward. 2 steps now.
Can I stab it?
You may certainly try. Make an attack roll.
Oh, right. I'm going to summon one of my daggers and just kind of try and stab it right into its head. This is not going to end well for me. That is a 16, 17, 18.
18 hits. You're on top of it. It's kind of hard not to hit. If
Yeah.
you like, you can roll your damage.
That is a 6 plus 3 for 9 points of psychic damage.
Very nice. All right.
Oh no, I'm gonna fall right through this thing and die.
You're good.
I don't
You
know.
stab. It's okay. You stab into it, Ayla, and you can sort of see your hand kind of, through the murkyish water with the dagger, and it kind of hardens like oobleck for a second and cracks just a little bit, and then the crack that your dagger has sort of chipped into it fades from this sort of darker liquid into smoke, and it wraps around the dagger in your hand, Ayla, and pulls it straight down, and it vanishes inside the body of the beast.
Ooh, that's so cool. Well, good thing I can make more of those. Can I see Corum and Joel from here? Probably not, yeah?
You can make a perception check.
That is a 13. Not great.
Joel, do you still have your burning hands going?
I stopped burning hands after when we started going towards the temple. I don't know when this is, but probably it's no longer active.
Okay. In that case, Ayla, you cannot. You do notice that it is much, much darker in a shawl, though.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to leave the dancing lights active in hopes that maybe something is useful. But I'm going to just keep a lookout and see if I can see Corum and Joelle, because it doesn't seem like I can do all that much from up here.
Okay. All right, Corum and Joelle, you race your way through the thoroughfare, sort of darting between these very thinly outlined little silhouettes that are pushing past you. It's storming at my house. Goodness. So yeah, you push your way through the crowded thoroughfare. Dozens of just screaming mice all running past. Some of them try to like grab your hand and sort of like pull you in the direction of safety, but as soon as you don't relent, they let go and leave you. You are approaching now the cello case where the teapot used to be, and you can see the scale of this beast. Its head reaches right up to where the teapot was, and its legs are kind of the longest part of it. So the body is sort of parallel with like more so the neck of the cello case, but the legs are by far the longest part, and they're again rail thin, sort of 4 kind of liquidy poles with little round paws in front of you.
Is it like, you know, those like medieval drawings where people tried to draw like a cat but had clearly never seen a cat before?
Yeah.
It's a little bit close to that. I
Okay.
have a figurine that I base it off of, which is downstairs. And I totally should have brought it up, but I forgot. You'll see it after break.
For definitely no reason, I would like reference images.
Absolutely irrelevant.
No reason.
You will
No
receive
reason
them,
at
I
all.
promise.
Thank you.
So, can we see the dancing lights?
Yeah.
Because since that's the
In fact,
direction
I'll
we're
say
going.
that-
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could even see like them when they were cast in front of
Okay.
the creature's eyes,
Ayla's
and then
alive.
move behind it.
Ayla's alive.
Ayla's alive.
Ayla
Okay.
is doing the trademark Goaty and the talkie people distraction technique.
Okay. Quorum's gonna try and like run past the monster to get to the barracks end of it, the tail end, I guess.
Mhm.
And if I am able to do that, probably like firebolt its tail. Just like,
Yeah.
hey, over here.
If
Sure
we
thing.
can get behind it
Yeah.
towards where we're at the temples are behind us, it's in front of us, and the rest of the Shaw is in front of it. If we when we get to that point, I would scorching ray up its back. It's 3 bolts, so like 1, 2, 3 up its back. Also to make something bright enough where wherever Ayla is, they would be able to see it.
Yeah.
And I think actually it's more if you roll well. I don't remember.
For which
But
though?
we'll just say 3 because it doesn't matter. Scorching ray. I think no, it's more the higher level it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. But yeah, that. So we're both gonna shoot fire at it.
Sure thing. If you're going at the same time, then both of you can make a dexterity saving throw at the same time to get through. Because you start to approach, and it doesn't seem to really like look at you, but it does start to lift up one of its paws, and it just kind of hovers it so slowly over you.
I get a 15.
Okay.
I definitely just got a 5. So
Great.
All right.
There's the
Oh,
Joelle we know and
delayed bad
love.
luck.
That's Joelle.
All right.
Delayed bad luck.
Corum, you notice this immediately, and you are already sprinting out of the way. You can say if you're super nervous, you're usually better at avoiding danger. It's that fight or flight going off. Joelle, just something. You're a little distracted. It's a pretty hulking creature. Nothing like anything you've ever really seen before. And you don't really notice as this paw comes down and doesn't quite get you all the way as it's kind of split. It's the tension between both you and Corum, who's already taken off. But just kind of like where sort of the toes of the paw are, not exactly where it kind of like goes into the leg, slams over you, and it is just short enough that your head is still exposed and you can breathe, but you feel just a ton of weight hit over you, and you are submerged in it as though it could be water.
Oh no.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
You take
Joelle
7
dies.
points. You take 7
How many?
points of bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
okay, that's fine. I'm big. Okay. All my pencils are so far away. Let me just make a note. Okay, thank you. I got that.
All right. Corum,
Okay.
you're still running.
Oh no. Okay. So I
You
guess
make
I
You
make
make it through the front legs of the creature, you make it through the back legs of the creature, and the tail,
Okay.
which is just kind of a foot or so above the ground at its lowest point, swishes
Okay.
slowly.
And presumably I at some point am like, ah, crap. Joelle's gone.
You pretty
That's no
quickly
good.
realize you've left Joelle behind.
Whoops. Okay. Can I see Ayla from here? Like,
Not from there.
no. Okay. Fine. I'm gonna do what we said we were gonna do, and hopefully Joelle finds me.
Okay.
So
You
I'm
don't
gonna.
you don't have to be able to see me to message me, right?
You do.
Is it just the
Okay, I think
direction?
you do.
It's
No,
the direction.
you have to know the direction.
Yeah,
You
I
And
have
you
to
know
know
that
where
I'm
you are.
up
Yeah,
because you
I
watched me
do.
cast
I know where
Stanto,
you came from.
so if you needed to tell me something, you could. I don't know if you do or not.
That's
Yeah,
perfectly
no,
true.
that's a good point. Sure, yeah. I definitely want help. So I will message Ayla like, I'm by its tail. I think it got Joelle. We need to get it out of
Alright,
the
geez.
town. Come help me set it on fire. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Don't put anything in it. Like if you have a knife or anything, don't put it inside. Bad.
What did you do?
I stabbed it and it took my knife.
Oh, good thing you can make infinite of those.
It's great. But
Okay.
I don't recommend doing it if you can't make infinite ones.
Well, I literally don't have any physical weapons, so sure. I am made for this fight.
Does Joelle need help, or do you want me to come help you attack it?
I don't know. We were both running, and it was lifting its paw up, and then its paw came down, and I guess it splattered Joelle.
Oh, it's
so
very slick.
it looks kind of gross.
It's gross. It tastes very bad. Also,
Well, okay.
I'll explain later.
Don't put anything in it, and also it tastes kind of bad. Okay, I'm not judging.
I will
Whatever
make
you
my way.
do in your spare time, up
I
to
will,
you.
I will make my way over to you as best I can.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Where did this thing come from? Where's Dawn?
Oh, she summoned it. I don't know the answer to your second question. Inside, perhaps? Unless, I mean, she probably didn't get eaten by it in the same, way. But she blew up the teapot with both of us inside and summoned this thing.
Okay.
And then I fell and ended up inside of it.
Okay. I
So
hope
I'm
we
not
can
sure
catch up to
where
her.
she is, yeah.
All right. I guess I'll start firebolting the tail to try and get its attention.
It's very singularly focused, like it doesn't, lights don't get its attention, but maybe getting hit will.
We can try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just stand there and firebolt it, and be like, hey, over here, big slimy weird thing, over here.
Okay. Firebolt is you roll or I roll?
I roll.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Mm-hmm. I get an 18.
That hits.
Mm-hmm. And I am dealing.
Roll your damage.
6 points of damage.
All right. And since we're going to be casting spells and stuff and everyone's getting involved now, everyone can go ahead and roll initiative.
Automatically last because I'm dying. Actually, I might be last anyway. I got a 6.
I got a 15.
17.
We cannot have the booty rolls pull back up. Like, it is not time. Like, it's not.
Joelle, I was supposed to die.
No, that's so sad. Don't say that.
I've got my blood ready and everything.
No one is supposed to die apart from Dawn and this weird cat.
At this point, right? Dawn better not be pulling that season 1 Avatar thing where she's in the middle of it and it's like an exoskeleton. I will be mad. I will be upset if that's what she's doing.
Well, I mean, I guess I can go for another swim.
Let's not go for a swim.
So, Corum.
Yes.
You aim your firebolt at the tail or sort of the hind legs of this thing. As soon as your fire gets close, there's kind of a bit of a spark, and the fire starts getting bigger.
Oh no.
Way bigger than you intended.
Oh no.
Starting out a little slow, but
It's
pretty
oil.
quickly covering the entirety of the outline of this beast.
Oh no. Well, at least there'll be no problem with the dark anymore.
That is correct. And as this long, skinny cat-like creature takes this fire damage, it erupts entirely into flames. And Ayla, you take 6 points of fire damage as you are inside of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm all right.
And there's now this sort of small beacon of a sun within a shaw. You can see perfectly well. Joel, actually, its paw is still on top of you. You also take 6 points of fire damage.
Sorry.
So Joel did actually die. That's what
Oh
I'm hearing.
no.
Are you good? Do you only
Are
have
you
6 hit
unconscious?
points?
No, I'm not unconscious. I'm like,
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
a little
Okay.
bit closer
I
than
was
I
like,
want
did
to
I put
be.
you all down? Oh shit.
Fuck.
A little bit closer to death than I would have expected, honestly.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll live. I still have 1 potion, and we all have. Do we all have healing? No, only
I
2 of
Yeah,
us.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Corum has
Yeah,
one.
only me and Quorum. Yeah, so we can do stuff. We won't
Okay.
instantly die.
Can we, so if it's all on fire, can we like see through it now a bit?
You cannot actually
Okay.
at all. You can see through it even less than you could when it was
It's like
just
when
the
there's
oil.
oil on top of
Yeah,
water
yeah.
that's on fire.
Okay.
It is perfectly opaque. It's a little bit hard to look at, and the heat, though you are standing pretty close to it, Corum, is actually pretty self-contained. It doesn't radiate and flow off of it the way that it would like lava or a normal open flame. You imagine this is a feature, not a bug.
Okay. Does it
Mm.
notice me? Like, does it turn around or?
Let's see.
And is this visibly hurting it, or is this like
Yeah.
just its defense mechanism to fire?
It's just kind of here. It's hard to really tell its expression.
One of those things.
Its ears don't exactly flatten back the way that a cat's would. Its tail doesn't like, stiffen or puff out or anything. It doesn't even like rear up onto its hind legs again. But Corum, one of its hind legs kind of starts to take a step back as though it's beginning to turn.
Great. It's working. Now run.
For real.
Okay. I
And
start to back up a bit. Yeah.
Sure thing. Do you want to use the rest of your movement to keep going towards the temple or the barracks?
Yeah. And to like keep yelling, like, over here.
Sure
Spicy
thing.
fire cat. This
Alright.
way, please.
Ayla, it is your turn. You are engulfed in flames.
Sorry.
Is it so? I'm engulfed in flames because I'm on the surface. Is it burning beneath the surface or no?
Your legs are totally fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to swim down.
Okay.
And
Swim down.
attempt to
Swim down.
an attempt to either exit it if I can or get as far down as I can to no longer be on fire.
Okay. Yeah, you don't even really have to swim that far down. You just kind of like dunk yourself like under the surface of the oil, and you are no longer on fire. Just a little bit singed, but no worse for
Yeah.
wear. Would you like to swim downwards?
Yes.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so. That's a 12. I don't have any bonuses to athletics. I keep
It's okay.
forgetting.
What's your movement speed?
30.
30? Okay, so you actually get a lot closer to the floor, and you kind of end up kind of like in one of its legs. Yeah, you have just cleared sort of the body of it, and you can hold your breath for 4 minutes, so you're not in danger of asphyxiating at all, unless something goes, horribly, horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna hope that doesn't happen.
Unless you want to swim sideways to jump out and risk the fall damage, you think it might be 1 or 2 more turns to get to the ground if you continue down its leg.
I'm not in danger of asphyxiating anytime soon, so I think I'll probably just keep it safe and not jump to my potential death because I only have 16 hit points left.
Sounds good. All right. It is now the Helgeist's turn. And for its turn, it just sort of continues to turn around. And it gets about halfway towards facing you, Corum, and it cocks its head a little bit so that it's facing more towards you.
Oh
And there
God.
is a hollowness where its eyes should be. And Corum, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh God, it petrified you.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Basilisk you.
Pray for Quorum. What am I adding to this? +1. Okay, let's see. 12. It's not great.
Corum, you are frightened.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, that's okay though.
You cannot move any closer to it.
That's fine. I'm
And
okay.
any more attacks against it will have disadvantage.
Okay.
We are frightened. No,
Yeah, I am
we
frightened.
are. I mean,
I do want to run
be
away from
fair,
it. That's true.
we are scared. You know, to give this thing the benefit of the doubt.
All right, and that's gonna be it for the Helgeist and Corum. Actually, since you got third place, it's your turn again.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm sad. I guess I'm
scared.
gonna. I mean, it can't be any more on fire than it already is, right? Like there's on fire and there's not on fire.
Wait. Before we continue, when it was turning, did it remove its foot from my body, or is that foot still on me?
It totally removed its foot from your body.
Okay, good.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Not that anyone
Okay.
would know that other than me, but you know, that's still good to know.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
As my like distraction magic for this turn.
Okay.
And continue fleeing. So I'm gonna make the roll at disadvantage. Oh, that's sad because that's a nat 20. But here's the other roll.
Please be
The
another
oth-
nat 20.
It's not. The other roll is a 17.
17 does hit.
We chill.
Okay, great.
We're good.
So that's 2d8 damage, and I need you to make what type of save is it?
Dex.
Yes, I want to.
It doesn't matter because it rolled a natural
Is it
1.
Dex?
What happens?
LOL. Period. Instantly
reduce
dies.
reduce speed by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Of your next turn?
Let me double check.
It is not moving.
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn, presumably referring to me, the caster.
All right. And how much damage do you do?
Hold on. I do.
Come on.
12
hit,
damage.
bro.
12.
12 damage. Okay.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. That was very effective.
And I keep like backing up, yelling, "Hey, big scary fiery thing, come and get me! You think you're tough?"
Thank you, Corum.
And
Performance
Ray of
tracing.
Frost, that's cold damage.
Yes.
Fantastic. Once again, this creature doesn't rear back, taking its front paws off the ground, but it throws its head back, and it screeches again into the air, and doesn't release any smoke this time, but it whips its head again towards you, Corum, and it's going to use a legendary action.
Oh no.
I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Jeez.
Oh my
okay.
god.
I get a 15. That's not so bad. 15.
You get a 15. You save.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
You feel this sort of iciness begin to take place kind of in the back of your brain, and for a second you start to tunnel vision, and then you just sort of shake it off.
Okay.
Keep running.
That was close.
This thing ain't a joke. Oh my God.
Joelle, it's now your turn.
Oh my God. What do I have? I have cure wounds, right? That's how does that heal you? It's is it 2d4?
I think
Yeah,
so.
you
2d4
need
plus
to
your
touch.
spellcasting modifier.
Yeah.
2d4 plus spellcasting modifier. Okay. And I can run and do it as my action, right?
Yeah, you can move and then action and then move.
And then move. Okay.
Yeah.
Where am I with regards to it? Like, can I run where I want to go without fear of it, like, just hitting me, or will I have to take a particularly long route to do that?
You're already kind of in its melee, and it's now turned sideways,
Right.
so there's actually like more of a space because the gap between like its front paws and its back paws is bigger than just the gap between like its two front paws.
Right.
So I want to even make you make a dexterity check or saving throw to run through it because it's also not focused on you, so it's not trying to step on you.
Okay. So, actually, man, I forgot. I'm not normally just a human. I'm normally something that can like book it, but now I can just only move human distances. Only moving. Okay. I'm just gonna move and then cast Cure Wounds on myself and then move again. Towards. I can see Quorum, right? Because it's
Yes.
daytime now, basically. So I'm gonna do that.
Pretty much.
And like try my hardest to like just stay next to buildings. Just create the most advantageous situation for myself should something go wrong, so I can like just not instantly die. Like I'm just trying to do something, and then
Understandable. Yeah, you've got your. You want to use your full movement to try to get as close to Quorum as possible.
If I do that, will I be able to still heal myself?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then you also have a
What is it
bonus
where you
action
move
left.
and you can't do anything? Is it all out?
If you dash, because you can use your full movement, which I'm assuming for you is 30 feet, and so if you wanted to move 60 feet, then you could do your movement and then dash as your action to do another 30 for a total of 60.
Okay.
But if you use your movement of the full 30 and then the action to cast your spell to heal yourself, then you have a bonus action left if you have anything.
I don't think I do. I'll take my meteor hammer out and just have it, because it is an action to undo it, right? So I'll do that in case.
I think it's a bonus action to undo it.
Yeah, I meant bonus action. So I'm gonna do that as my bonus action for this turn. So let me do the 2d4s for my healing.
Okay.
Right
and
now.
while you are doing that, it is once again Ayla's turn.
Oh my gosh, I got a 4 and a 3.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, yes. Okay, that's 7. Screw you, demon cat. What is that?
You can heal now. You're not gonna die.
What is that? That's 12. Okay, good. Is that 12? Whatever. I can't. I have it all here, so we're good. Doesn't matter.
You got your health back?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay, Ayla.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm good. I got it set up.
You said it was about another couple of turns of movement, right?
You think either 1 or 2. Depends on what you want.
I'm going to use the full extent of my roguish movement by moving, using my action to move, and then using my cunning action to also move.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
so you have
period.
a bonus action to dash as well.
Yeah, so I do.
Yeet yourself.
Said,
Gotta go fast.
I am
as
moving
fast as I possibly can. I don't want to be in here anymore.
All right, go ahead and make another athletics check and make this one with advantage since you are literally putting your entire all into getting the hell out of here.
I am moving.
That is an 8 and a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
With honestly, with that natural 20, I won't even make you do the double dash for your action. You can totally just kill that with your movement.
Sweet.
So you, I'm assuming, burst out of it as soon as you feel your feet, hands, whatever is leading, kind of touch solid ground.
Absolutely.
And you pull yourself kind of struggling against this invisible, heavy kind of wall. You burst out, heat of the flames licking at you, but not burning you, making you take damage or anything. You have your action, you have your bonus action, you are underside of the Helgeist, and it is lit up, and you can see it, you can see Coram, you can see Joelle, you can see all of the mice fleeing ashore. And in the other direction, very, very far away, you can see what looks like some non-mice animals, some familiar ones. You see a red squirrel, see a pure white little rabbit.
The guards are coming. As a free action, I'm going to turn towards Joelle and say, "Be careful with your hammer. It ate my knives."
You're muted.
Ari, you're muted.
And Joelle is like, like, and it's like, and it's the internal monologue is like, should I put this away? Is it worth it? Should I even do? I don't know. And it just, and that goes on like until it's his turn again. Like that's like his entire like
using every brain cell. Then I will take my proper action to make a stab at the leg that I just escaped from.
Okay.
Can we just clap it up for Ayla? They're literally on fire. It was supposed to be like 3 turns.
They are literally on fire.
They're literally on fire.
Literally on fire.
F everything.
A 15.
15 does not hit.
All right.
You take a point of fire damage.
Ooh. I'm not looking fantastic.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get over here. We're gonna have to share this healing. We're gonna have to share the wealth.
Can I make it to with my dash? Could I make it to Joelle?
Yeah.
To sort of buddy up so that we're not in a weird triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And Joelle, have you already moved to sort of be closer to Corum?
I think so. This
Okay.
is happening simultaneously, so I'm more like halfway between where I was and where Carm is, right?
Yeah, so you're about 10, I'd say you're about like 10 feet or so away from Corum.
Right, and
it's,
Ayla's
easy
like considerably
yelling
faster than
distance.
me. Yeah. So Ayla can catch up to
Mm-hmm. Ayla, they catch up to you quick and kind of like almost surpass you a little bit. You can see
I do a cartwheel.
Yeah.
I'm on fire, but I am doing cartwheels.
literally just like doing tricks on fire, blowing up, throwing knives. Yes.
There's like the bottom of the braid is kind of like singed. There's like the smell of burning hair. And Ayla, is that your turn?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Corum is running. Joelle, you're right there.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Joelle, it gets a 25 to step on you.
Why?
Effing chat.
No.
Massive.
See, this is
flaming
why I'm
balls.
Team Tank. I'm out here just out healing the damage. I'm just like healing more damage than I can take. Oh my god. Okay.
One of these giant, now flaming paws lifts up and starts to descend. It's like it's in slow motion, but for some reason it's just really, really difficult to get out of its way anyways. And you are now submerged not only in the fire, but also in the oil, Joelle. And you take a point of fire damage, and you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god!
Holy
Oh.
shit. Oh no.
We need help. Where are the
All under
guards?
5 points,
Oh, they're
you pass
coming.
out. Wait, is it if you fall under 5 points you pass out?
If you fall
No,
under zero,
zero.
if you get
If
to
you fall under
0.
0 points you pass out. Okay.
If you take more than
Got
half of your max in a single blow, you have to make a con save? Question mark?
There is a death spiral thing that I have
Yeah.
because there's a lot of like home rules about
Okay.
Yeah.
about what happens when you take damage.
Okay.
But yeah, if you get to negative hit points, like if you take enough damage in one hit to equal negative hit points to like what your max is, like if you have 15 HP and you take 30 in one hit, you are dead immediately. But once you hit 0, you don't do like negatives or anything. So if you have
Right. Okay.
yeah, so if you have 10 hit points and you take 15 points of damage, you don't go to -5, you just go to 0 and you start making death saves.
Okay. Jesus. I'm literally literally right there.
Okay, coming. Please hold.
Alright.
I still
Corum, it
have
is
that
indeed.
potion. Like, don't worry, I'm still tanking. But like, golly, like,
Okay,
Corum, it's your turn.
it's my turn.
Mhm.
How
You do
so?
see the guard up ahead as well. You see all of the
Thank
mounts
God.
kind of gathering. They're out of the stables. Some of them are mounted. They're kind of in the beginning stages of rushing towards you.
Okay. How far am I from Joelle and Ayla?
About 10
Okay,
feet.
perfect, fine. Which one of you is more hurt? I will yell across the battlefield.
You just watched
Probably
Joelle get
Joelle.
wrecked.
Okay. You're on mute, Ari.
literally just watched me die. Like, just watched me
Yeah.
get engulfed. You know that scene from Heroes where the cheerleader walks out of the burning house? It's that, except like not cool, like just death, just straight, like off.
Okay. Fine. In that case, I'm gonna distance spell Cure Wounds. Because I can't move any closer to the beast, because I'm scared. Yeah, distance spell it. So you recover 2d4 plus 3. Which is, hold on, I'll roll it for
This
you.
is what happens when you have a team of 3 supports. We got this.
Yeah.
Each of us is every role.
Oh, that was a good roll. That was 10 altogether.
Ooh.
For 10
Ah!
hit points.
Nice. I think it's all of the hit points that he
No,
lost. In that.
no, it's not. No.
It was not.
Because in
No.
the last attack, because you did
The
1
last
fire
attack
and 9
was
bludgeoning.
11.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
it was 9 bludgeoning? I thought it was 10 bludgeoning.
thought it was
Pretty sure
9.
you said 10 bludgeoning.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, well then it was 9. Okay, never mind. I was less immediately dead than I thought,
At 1 point.
but still dead. So you're right. That was exactly as much damage as I had taken.
Great.
Plus, go off, Corum.
And I'm gonna keep moving towards
Oh my
help
gosh,
and away from the
bad.
thing I'm scared of. Still yelling,
Okay.
like still trying to get its attention, like waving and like yelling.
Okay. At the end of your
Yeah.
turn, make another Wisdom saving throw to try to overcome the fear.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
Stop!
You okay, Ari?
Stop attacking him!
Oh,
Leave him alone!
yeah. I am gonna get a 11 on that with save, which I think is a fail.
It is a fail. You are still scared.
I am still scared, so that's fair.
Yeah, to be fair.
That's me.
All right. So that's your entire turn, Corum?
Yep, that's all I got.
All right, Joelle, we are on to you once more.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I'm just going to just be tanking. So I'm just going to double down on that. Can I take a potion? Can I drink a potion as a bonus action?
Yeah, healing potions are
Okay.
bonus actions in my games.
Okay.
You are a kind and
Oh,
benevolent
my
god.
As it should be, wizards. It's my game now. I make all the rules.
That's actually enough for me to only need my healing. So I'm gonna do cure wounds one more time. So I'm gonna run to Corum, and then like before, do cure wounds, and then continue moving for 30 feet. Will that catch up to Corum at this point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I think so. I thought so.
And Ayla's sort of like right there with you, just straggling like a tiny bit.
Right. Okay.
Doused in oil.
As I'm moving, I ask Ayla how hurt they are.
I'm running about half of what I would like to be at.
Okay.
But I'm not terrible.
Then-
I'm not awful.
You are definitely your defense comes from your ability to just not get hit.
Yes.
So you definitely do have some bulk in that sense. But just take this healing potion in case something happens and we get separated again. Because
Okay.
Corum and I can sustain ourselves.
Thank you.
Kinda,
And if you need
kinda.
it back, let me know.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll have enough time to even.
That's okay.
And
But thank
so
you.
I move, cure wounds myself, exchange the potion, and then that's my turn after having this conversation.
All right. Are you
Oh,
also
let me do
moving in
the
direction
healing.
of the temple?
Yes, the whole
Okay.
time. Come on. That's 6. Oh, that's exact. I'm at full health again.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Yay! I mean, that's exactly as much as I need. Woo! The stress.
All right. So Joelle, as that closes out your turn, all three of you, since you're kind of all grouped up next to each other now, very, very distant, closer to the direction of the barracks, you hear the familiar voice of Ada, and you hear her go, "Striders!" And suddenly there is a volley of arrows sailing over your heads in the direction of the beast.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And as you turn around, there is a small wave of these 5 hedgehogs, quills at the ready, rushing in a line down the thoroughfare. Behind them, in kind of more of a single file, there are the bounders, the rabbits, and then crawling along the sides as they were earlier this morning, goodness gracious, the striders, the squirrels, with their archers standing high up on their mounts' shoulders, sort of not really hanging on to the saddles at all, bow and arrow in either hand. And you can recognize the guard masters, each of them leading their own little group. And
Can we yell the warning that it absorbs things? Like, don't stab it with your
yeah,
sword.
absolutely. Talking's a free action.
Cool.
If your weapon is vital, don't put it inside.
Weapon vital.
It will eat you. It will definitely eat your weapon.
Yes.
Into its slick and warm inside.
That
All
may or
right.
may not just be gasoline.
just
Unclear at this time.
Just gas. It's great.
Unclear. Gas.
There is a volley of 10 arrows, 7 of which hit. And it seems to take the arrows. It doesn't exactly express pain super duper well. So you can't tell right now how much damage it's taken, but it doesn't seem very scratched. That's the guards. So Ayla, we're back to you.
Sweet.
And I'll say all 3 of you have sort of... You've made it about halfway between the Helgeist and the temple. So I'd say that you probably have about 30 more feet to go until you can burst in through the curtain.
I'm going to throw both of my daggers because we're too far away for me to hit it, like slashing now, yes?
You're still sort of near... Well, no, if you're... No, since it turned around, it's sort of positioned its back legs away from you, so you would have to throw them.
Okay, I will throw 2 daggers. I'm also going to talk to Joelle and Tan and say, it was 24 hours that those mushrooms take, yes? That might be useful if it can blow it up from the inside
Yo,
and light them on
shit.
fire from the inside.
Yes.
If you want to throw it, or I guess I could throw it if you're worried you wouldn't do as well.
Yeah, no, definitely you should do it. But also, like, and then Joel's whole body is kind of like,
I'm sorry.
I think it might be best. Well, okay. What we want to do is detonate it from the inside.
Yeah.
So
do you want me to swim into it again?
Have someone go inside of it. But the thing is,
okay.
I can heal myself, and I can drink the potion and heal myself in rapid succession and reverse any damage that happens quickly. So, do you trust your speed more than my regenerative abilities?
I mean, I can get further into it, probably.
Yeah.
But it would have to, like, it would take a couple of, like, it would take a little while.
Maybe how are we gonna get? Maybe we can just when you threw your knife at it, because it blows up on impact. So maybe we can have the mine inside of it and then throw
a knife at it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know if it would go, because you said it absorbs things. Will it absorb it before?
It sort of sucks it in. I think I would still have to be inside. Like, I think I would have to place the mine and then from inside also stab it. Or explode it in some other way.
That's the last resort.
Okay,
we can do that, but I think we probably should do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that is definitely a last resort.
It's on the table in case we have to.
Yeah, it's on the table. So I'm a tangle the what is it called? I don't remember. It starts with a C. I keep wanting to call it a caltrops. I know that's not right.
A sensor?
Whatever. The mine. No, the mine.
The
mushrooms. They have a name.
Oh my gosh. I can't think of it either. Claymore.
I can't think of the name.
Claymore.
Right.
Claymore
I started with a
mushrooms.
C and it means mine. Yeah, claymores. I'll untangle them so if we need to do something like that, I can just do it.
All right. Yeah, you can ready that action.
Okay.
Oh,
then since I'm not climbing into the thing to blow up some things, I'm going to throw 2 daggers.
All right. Make your attack rolls.
Well, one of them's a natural 1, so let's ignore that.
Okay.
And the other
Let's
one
not do
is a 21.
21 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
6 points of psychic damage.
6 points. All right. Both of your daggers just sort of vanish into the flame, and they don't emerge from the other side.
Pity. My collection is dwindling, I say, summoning 2 new knives.
Quorum's like, infinity
True.
-2. I think that's still infinity, but I teach history, not math, so who knows?
I don't do maths.
We do not do the math.
Ayla, at the end of your turn, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy! I'm okay at these. Never mind. 11.
11. You are frightened.
That's gonna be bad.
The only movement, you cannot move towards it
Towards it.
willingly, and all attacks against it are with disadvantage.
All right.
All right. And it is once again the Helgeist's turn, and now that the Ray of Frost's detracted movement has worn off, it once again continues turning around.
No, wait, doesn't it still have the reduced movement until
The
Quorum's
start of
next
my
turn?
next
Quorum goes
turn, which
again?
is it's happened already.
That's already
wait, that
passed.
was earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was-
never mind.
yeah.
I misunderstood. That was earlier this combat round.
No worries. Yeah, it continues turning around, and it is now facing towards the temple and the barracks, which the 3 of you more or less are kind of like at the doors of the temple, and you can see they're sort of pinned open, the 2 curtains, and you can see there's a little cluster of the purple robed acolytes kind of at the door. Oh, is it quiet? Uh-oh.
Do we need to change the volumes?
I turned up my mic just a little bit.
That actually sounds better to me too. Let me do that.
I will do the same.
All right. So yeah, y'all are really close to the inside of the temple now. You can see where the doors are being held open. A little gaggle of the purple-robed acolytes are kind of gathered around. Not any of them really brave enough to stick their heads out and look. Yeah. is there. And Helgeist doesn't make any attacks. It just finishes turning around. Corum, that's you.
Okay. Can I make it into the temple this turn?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna peg it for the temple. And yeah, try and unusually not yell at it. I don't want to draw it into the temple. So I just run in, pull the curtain aside. Hopefully it's not on fire in here.
All right, you step into the temple, and it is more or less how you left it, if not in a bit of a state of panic. Most of the sick who had their little cots on the right side of it have been moved further to the back. You see most of them are standing instead of laying down, trying to huddle away, sort of leaning against each other. You hear the sound of coughing just kind of constantly as too much stress is put on these sick mice. And immediately you are approached by Father Ansel.
You need to get everybody to the back of the temple. There's a big, it's on fire. Yeah.
He goes, yes, we're working on that. There's there's an exit to a shawl near the barracks that leads out directly into the grass that only can fit a couple of mice at a time.
Okay.
We're trying very hard to get everyone evacuated.
Okay.
You should go see Bailey.
Where is Bailey?
He turns sort of over his shoulder, more towards the left side of the temple, on the left side of the golden mouse statue. And you can see Bailey is strapping on her armor. And you can see the little apprentice Cerise is kind of holding one of her shoulder pauldrons.
I love
Holding it
her,
up.
but she only just almost died. Oh my god. Okay. I will rush over to Bailey.
Before you leave, Ansel just kind of puts a paw on your shoulder and just like looks at you very intently. And then he pushes past and goes off to a different part of the temple and lets you leave.
Can I roll insight to figure out what he was thinking?
Sure.
Is he like, hey, you were right. She is a psycho. Probably not. Oh, nat 20. Nat 20. I know everything.
Nat 20. You do. He
I'm
looks,
really perceptive when I'm panicking.
you actually have seen this look on him once before, and it is the look of, I was wrong and I'm not happy about it at all.
Quorum's like, should have listened to me, you fucking idiot. Okay.
There is a very intense level of not just like disappointment in himself, but there is like a kind of heartbreak in his expression.
I don't have time to be sad. On to Bailey.
So valid.
Can't be bothered with that right now. Bailey, you I guess we're still in initiative, so I'll just be like,
I mean, talking's a free action.
That's true. It's dangerous out there. I saw you. You were almost dead.
There's the clerics, there's spells and shit. They've got me fine for now.
Fine or good? Because that thing just almost killed me and all of my friends.
Fine is just fine. I need to be there for my guard.
Okay, they're out there fighting. The other guard masters are there.
I'm sure they are. Are you
All
okay?
right. I don't really like being, big on fire thing that absorbs you, but yeah, fine. Don't hit it with your sword, it'll absorb it.
She looks at the letter opener in her hand and she goes, God damn it. I like this
I
sword.
mean, yeah, I like your sword too. Okay, I'll cover you.
She goes, other than whatever it is that's outside, are you okay?
I'm fine, but we don't know where Dawn is. She's in the wind, as they say in the books.
Bailey just kind of like growls like very deep in the back of her throat and stomps towards the wall of the temple and just swings her sword in a big arc and cuts right through it like it's a bunch of vines hanging in a jungle. And she leaves you and steps out.
Corum just like follows in complete awe. Like having run in here to get out of danger, he just completely does like a 180 and walks back out again, following Bailey.
If you're out of something's like view that you're afraid of, are you still afraid of it?
Not if you can't see it. The effects like don't take place, but at the end of your turn, you'll need to make another wisdom save. And before that happens, if you see it again, then the same.
Okay.
I got an 18 on the whiz save. 18?
Oh, shit! That is the DC. You are no longer
Yes.
frightened.
Woo. Okay, great.
Whew.
Do I still have enough like action left to firebolt it from where I am?
You have your action.
I did a lot of talking.
I'll say that your movement has been used up,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
probably your bonus action as well.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
if you want to go ahead and firebolt it, you can.
Okay, I do.
Okay.
But I'm gonna miss, so never mind.
All right.
No.
All right. In that case, Joel, it is your turn. You're sort of right there at the
Okay.
entrance of the temple. You notice that there's quite a few mice on this side of the Helgeist that weren't able to make their way towards the entrance. Pretty much all of them seem to have gone either into the temple or further back into the barracks. All of the housing around you is empty. It is eerily empty.
Okay. I think I'm about to cheat. When you cast Radiance of the Dawn as a cleric, you do it using your what is it? Your
Focus?
is that what it's called? Your divine symbol? Is that your focus?
Yeah, your spellcasting focus or your
Your
holy
spellcasting
symbol.
focus. Yeah. Your holy symbol, that's what it is. I was like, there's a term for it with clerics. So since it's the sensor, can its range be based on the base of the sensor?
Like how far you
And
can
not-
throw the sensor?
How far I can swing the sensor? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use Radiance of the Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, no. First, I'm going to move. Let me get myself together. So where's the back wall of the Shaw? How far are we from the furthest possible distance you can get from the Helgeist? Where to the back wall? Like where are we with that?
You're a good 120 feet away, I would say.
Okay, and the temple is on one side of the Shaw, and then there's the other side.
Yeah, the temple is the
Okay.
fallen chandelier, sort of pushed all the way to the side.
Right. So how long is the Shaw? How big is the distance between the walls, side to side? About.
Oh, from side to side, the skinny part.
Yeah, the skinny part.
2 feet, 2 big person feet, not
Okay.
small, dumbed down for you.
So I'm gonna move to the middle of that skinny distance, of the thin distance, and swing my sensor and cast Radiant Dawn from the sensor, Radiance of the Dawn from the sensor, which has 30 feet, which would be from the sensor. And I think that we said the sensor is 15 feet.
Yes.
So it's going to give that range in that area. And if it dispels magical darkness, I don't think this counts as magical darkness. I think it's just dark because we're inside of a wall, but dispels magical darkness. And every hostile creature has to take a Constitution saving throw, which I'm assuming is considered hostile.
It totally is.
Okay.
What's the DC?
Oh yeah.
It rolled a 15.
I literally always lose this. I think that fails. Hold on. Let me see. Oh God, please Lord fail. Hello eyes. Okay, yeah. It's literally 16.
Hell yeah.
A creature
So it fails
takes
its con
radiant
save?
damage equal to, yeah. On a fail, it takes 2d10 plus your cleric level.
Ooh.
So let's see. I'm trying to hit this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, that was kind of trash. But, the cleric level is 3. That's, oh no, that's not trash at all. Okay, that's 18 damage.
Okay. Radiant damage?
Radiant damage, yeah. I hope that does extra damage. I don't even know. Yeah, and it also, it still is a light source.
Okay. Cool. Well, that comes very much in handy because Joelle, as your sensor begins spinning, emanating this beautiful radiant light, everything that you have learned at the temple is pretty much coming towards this. You remember your vision, you remember you're at Mazoa, this is where you are supposed to be. And the creature balks at the damage of the radiant light, and all of the fire disperses from its body. And there's once again a body of oil standing in front of you. Doesn't seem to have shrunk at all, but it's no longer on fire.
So it controls its fire. Okay, another level of the cheating. I think this one is not going to be as successful as the previous one. But because it's a 30-foot radius that the Radiance of Dawn activates, but I can keep it active. As I swing it, can I just continue to hit it with it over and over again? Like every time it's my turn and it gets near, I can just keep doing that?
Since it's the 30 plus the 15 of your sensor, it never really leaves the range.
Okay.
So unless it's, does it say like if it stays in the effect, the damage is continual, or?
No, it's a one-time thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a one-time thing, which is why I kind of want to make it be like a spammed attack. But I mean, I get it if you can't do that because that's kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If I move far away enough, I can try to finesse that, but we'll see. And then if that was my attack, I'm gonna like start backing away from it now while continuing to swing and just keep doing that.
Hey, you can use the rest of your movement to duck into the temple there.
Nah, I'm gonna keep moving towards the back wall. You said it's like 120 feet away behind us, right?
About?
Yeah.
120 small, proportional to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep doing that and just try to create space, and also hope that I can do that thing where if it gets just outside of my range, I can just hit it over and over again by relenting and then smashing it and just do what I can do.
All right, hell yeah. And that is the end of your turn. It is once again the guards. Joelle, as you begin moving back towards the back wall, kind of closer to the barracks a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and not going into the temple. Are you going past it, or are you kind of like on the opposite wall of the temple?
Okay, looking at the shot up and down, if this
Mm-hmm.
is the back wall and the temple is like there and the barracks are like there, I'm going like this way. I'm trying to go away from stuff and towards the back wall at the same time. And this is the Helgeist.
Okay.
So like that way.
And kind of ping-pong yourself away from.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. From the temple.
Great. So as you sort of flatten yourself against the wall, you get out of the way just in time as a line of these hedgehogs comes barreling past you, very quickly followed by the founders, the rabbits, and then there's the scrabbling of claws on wood as the squirrels all pass by overhead, and another volley of arrows is shot off. Not very great that time, but not too bad. And this time, with the light of your Radiance of the Dawn, you can see about half of them sink into the body of the Helgeist and vanish within the oil. All right. Okay. Ayla.
I don't like the okay. I'm scared now.
Ayla, you are outside the temple, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You can see Bailey has cut through the side of the cloth, making her own door, and she is full armored, just storming, kind of in the direction of you, also the creature.
Ayla gives her a artful bow and does not look back at the Helgeist because they're afraid of it.
She points at you with her sword and she goes, "Where's Dawn?"
Well, theoretically, possibly inside that, or as far away as she can be, because she summoned it inside of her teapot. The teapot blew up, and I fell out of the teapot, which presumably means she did also, unless her spell put her somewhere else.
God, I hate her so much. Okay.
Do
She
you
continues,
need help?
"I'm going to be fine. Are you okay?"
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
She moves, kind of skirting close to the wall around the Helgeist, and she begins heading towards the cello case. And Ayla, you have your entire turn ahead of you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to try and hit it. So I
Okay.
roll with disadvantage for both of my shots.
Yes.
Essentially, I'm just throwing daggers blindly at this cat. Nope. Neither of those are going to hit, and I'm sad because one of those is a nat 20.
Aw. Just complete whiffs all around?
I got a 5 and an 8.
Is there anything for your bonus action or your movement that you'd like to do?
I would like to go into the temple and check in. Oh wait, no, Coram came back out, right?
Yes, following Bailey.
Then no, I'm just gonna stand where Coram is, and then I will see if I can stop being scared.
All right, make your whiz save.
Fuck, it's a 17.
17 does not make it. You are still scared. All right. Ayla and Coram.
No. No, thank you.
No.
I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Can I choose to beef mine and help Coram?
I'm getting a 14.
Not.
Okay.
You also
14.
still have inspiration if you would like to use it.
Do I feel like I should on a 14? Who knows?
I got I got a 22.
Oh, well, they're
A
fine.
22.
I can take it. I haven't been injured yet. Yeah, I will stick with my 14.
All right, Coram, you do indeed take the full brunt as sort of this tendril of oil and smoke comes off of the side and shoots towards you, hitting you like just a wall, almost kind of like a tidal wave. But it stays in place, and there is now this kind of tether that has you with only your head kind of exposed,
Oh no. Okay.
and it is still connected to the Helgeist. And you take. Let me roll.
No, thank you. No.
No, thank you.
No.
No.
No heart emoji.
Coram, you take only 5 points of bludgeoning damage as it hits you.
Could have been worse.
But you feel it is constricting.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
It's
are you
okay.
Fire's
okay?
out. Not taking continual
Coram's
damage.
like, I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
A second one of these tendrils comes out of its other side, and you watch as it shoots past all three of you, and one of the guards is knocked off of its rabbit mount and pinned to the ground in the same manner.
Okay.
Now I'm definitely not getting my continual attack. It's right next to us. It's all over us.
All right, that is its turn. Coram, it's now you.
I will Misty Step out of the tendril.
All
because
right.
I'm a sorcerer.
Nice.
Yeah, you can do that, no problem.
Yeah. I'm like, absolutely
Hey.
not. Goodbye.
I'm out.
Yeet.
Not today.
As soon as you exit the grasp of this little tendril, it kind of melts and drips away onto the ground.
Okay. Does all of the stuff that we have done seem to have had any effect on it, really?
Probably can't even
Definitely.
tell.
The ray of frost that you cast seemed to be by far the thing that it was the angriest about receiving.
Okay. I like angry. Angry is good.
Or
I will.
the most distraught, I will say.
Cool. Okay, fine. I will go for another ray of frost then.
Okay.
I will get a 19 to hit.
A 19. That hits.
Cool. And I am dealing. Ooh. 13 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
And also I need the dex save DC 13.
Dex
be
save or
slowed.
con save?
Oh, con save, sorry. Con
Con
save.
save. Holy fuck, another natural one.
Oh
Oof.
my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
speed is slowed by 10 feet.
Speed is slowed by 10 feet. You see it just kind of stops moving.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. After Corum, it is Joel.
Okay. Off the bat, because I while I'm swinging it, I can't do anything unless I stop swinging it, and stopping swinging it is an action, right? Because I have to pull it in. I'm pretty sure.
Nothing, not to stop swinging it. But if you want to release it or something, that is your attack action. Getting it started,
Okay.
to do like the wind up, that is your, which I'm assuming is what you've sort of been doing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did that earlier. Okay.
Yeah, that takes your bonus action to start up. But it doesn't cost anything to stop it.
Okay. So I'm gonna call out to Ayla and ask them if since I have the Radiance of Dawn centered around my sensor, which is centered around me,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about casting Fairy Fire on me to incentivize it to hit me, and then it has to get closer to this, and it while it grapples with that, you and Corum focus it from a distance. Because the Ray of Frost was pretty good, but if the frost is hitting it from a different angle than me and I'm all it can see, then maybe it'll be discouraged from trying to use its mind control ray on me. And even then, I think I might be able to tank it.
So you want me to make it target you, essentially?
Basically. And also you two get the crap out and snipe it from some safe distance.
Okay, I can do that. Do you want me to put Fairy Fire on it as well? So you can...
If you can.
Yeah.
If you can, I think that would be ideal.
Okay.
Can I cast something while I'm swinging it?
Yes.
Okay, swag. In that case, I'm just gonna go all out and cast light on the sensor and make it just as bright as possible as well. The Radiance of Dawn, I think, is like orangey sunset, so I'll make the light something ridiculous, like neon blue, like just have it be like a rave. Just there's no, and then with the Fairy Fire on me.
What color would you like to be?
You know, wait, let me make it
Usually
match my
I do
color
turquoise.
scheme. Wait a minute, let me make it match my color scheme because I'm going off right now. Okay, Radiance of the Dawn is like orangish red, so I'll make the light be bright gold yellow, and then the Fairy Fire on me brilliant white. And then if it's on it, it also will give light to people around it to help them escape. And also a neutral color is probably best for people who need the light to run away, you know, people who this is their only light source.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Yeah, that's the plan. And I'm assuming Corum heard that, right? Corum can hear that? Okay.
He's in yelling distance.
Okay. So, and I'm also going to back away from it to try to continue to do my consecutive Radiance of the Dawn hits plan. That's still a plan.
Sure thing. All right, and
in that range.
is that your action, Joel?
Backing
That was
up
your
and
turn?
casting light. Yes, yes. Backing up
All
and
right.
casting light.
In that case, it is once again the guard's turn. They are going to fire another volley of arrows, and as the hedgehogs have now gotten within 10 feet of the Helgeist, all of them stop and shoulders hunched forward will shoot their quills into the creature
Ooh.
as well. The guards mounted on top have large tower shields mounted on one of their arms that they use as kind of like to brace against themselves, but also it's just tall enough that it can kind of catch whatever may fly overhead. And the bounders, these little rabbit riders, coming up from behind, all of them leap as you had seen before in one fell swoop, clearing over the hedgehogs after their attack is done. And these guards are also now the bounders are also now slashing with their little swords and paltry weapons at the legs of the creature. And it seems to be pretty thoroughly annoyed by them. It now has these, 15 little creatures just sort of assaulting it from, its paws, and then you've got 3 squirrels on one side, 2 on the other, each of them with all of their riders shooting arrow after arrow into the creature as well, and it is flanked now. Not flanked as in you get advantage, because I think that's a stupid rule and I hate it. It's optional anyway, it's fine. Also, Wizards of the Coast doesn't exist anymore, so it's my game now.
But Joe, how am I going to use my sneak attack? Well, I'm casting Fairy Fire and it's on fire.
Yeah, bonus action hide. I've played a rogue before. And not only annoyed, but it does seem to be kind of, it doesn't screech, but it is rocking back and forth, and it begins sort of looking side to side, and there's a growing panic that you're kind of beginning to sense. And at the top of the round, once more, we have Ayla. Ayla, you notice, Joelle, you've had your plan. You see the guard now is sort of in this semicircle around it. Many of them have passed you and kind of given you a nod. And you also notice Bailey has now entered the cello case.
Okay. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, centered on the thing itself, but in a way that I can get it and Joelle.
I think Fairy Fire is just...
Oh wait,
no,
it
it's
might
an
be...
AoE. I think Fairy Fire
Yeah, I think
is
it's
an AoE.
radius. Yeah, you can just do it and choose who you want to affect it with.
Yeah, it's... yeah. So it has to make a dexterity saving throw. And I assume at Joel, you're going to fail on purpose, yeah?
Yeah, I can just accept it. Yeah, I just accept it.
Sounds good. Oh, he's kicking stuff over back here. Can't do math. 12.
That does not succeed.
It, not in the way that it was before, where it was completely on fire, but there is now just a nice little outline of the same brilliant white. I'm assuming that you're putting both of them at the same color?
Yes.
All right, so instead of candlelight or fake daylight, Ishaw now has rich person white lighting.
It's migraine inducing.
It is
literally.
clinical. It is the purest
hospital
white.
vibes.
Hospital vibes, exactly.
Hospital vibes.
It is ready to record videos for Instagram.
It's a ring light.
Yep.
Ring light, yes.
But yeah,
all right.
That is my action. So.
Anything for bonus action or movement?
Is there somewhere for me to hide?
There's a couple of places for you to hide. There's buildings sort of littered all over. If you want to.
Yeah, can I climb up a bit, like up to an awning, and try and like?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. You can get about 5 proportional to your size feet, kind of off the ground with your movement, and you want to make your stealth check to hide.
17 plus 5, that's 22.
Ooh, nice.
And then
All
I get
right.
to roll to try and not be scared, yeah?
You do.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
I'm
Nice.
not scared anymore.
Indeed, this fear just washes away from you. You are so well hidden. Your fairy fire went off without a hitch. The guards are here now. You're doing all right. And with that, it is the Helgeist's turn.
Just to flex on the Helgeist, with all
Mhm.
this light coming around and the light from the sensor and the light from me casting light and the light from fairy fire, Joel just like slowly, simultaneously put on his
Yes.
sunglasses and continues
Yeah!
and this like period. And then with the ring lighting, just takes the opportunity to just be like,
I think you killed Joe.
at the
A
same time,
photo for
just
cantrip
to
advisor.
piss off the Helgeist, just to let the Helgeist know we ain't dealing with you. Just to piss it off right quick, just let it know who's boss.
Joelle, can you
Gotta
please make
put
a
it in place.
dexterity saving throw for me?
to throw all of this nonsense. Let's see. I'm ready.
I'm so glad this is the last episode of Mousecapades because I'm killing Ari for real life as soon as it's over.
Woo!
Literally a nat 20. Nobody talk to me. Nobody look at me.
Yes.
Do not ignore. I have no pronouns. Do not address me. Period. Oh wait, do I add my modifier?
You don't have to. You totally succeeded that shit.
Period. We're on it. I'm not dealing with it. Do not look at me. I own a Shaw now, by the way. A Shaw is now mine.
It's the sunglasses. You should have put them on so much earlier. Holy shit.
I love them.
So as the Helgeist in its oily form shoots one of these tendrils at you, you just like shake your head no at it and it like into the wall.
No, I'm just being a baddie like, hello? Did I you could wrong.
It splatters like a can of paint, just sort of leaving this ink on the barn wall next to you.
Period.
And there is another little tendril that is going to shoot off from the other side, and it's going to pin another one of the guards down. This one goes up towards the wall, and it gets one of the squirrel riders. You notice that the rabbit rider that had gotten pinned down earlier is still pinned down, and that tendril is still outstretched, connected to it. Corum, it's your turn.
Okay. Has Bailey gone into the cello case or?
Yes.
Okay.
She's kind of, kicked the door open in anger and stormed in. And you see it's kind of like
Valid.
still lit from the inside, so you can kind of see her shape like moving. She's not running or anything, she's like angry walking, stalking down the hallway.
Okay.
So if you need to yell something to her or even like send a message, you're
Oh,
completely
I'm not interrupting that. No, thank you. She's on fire, and that's fine with me. No, I am just gonna Ray of Frost again.
Okay.
Because that seems to be the only thing that's working. But I guess I'll try and like move around so that I'm near the cello case in case Bailey like finds Dawn or something kicks off around there. Like I want to be able to protect Bailey. Protect Bailey. I am gonna get a maths, a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Cool. And I'm gonna do double 8s, 16. Cold damage.
We love to see it.
We do love to see it.
Yes.
The Helgeist kind of like picks up one of its paws, like it's shielding itself, kind of curls it into itself. Like when your cat steps on something like unfavorable, it's just kind of like, this leg doesn't exist for a minute.
Okay.
completely tucked up into itself, and it sort of whips its head with its little fiery slitted pupils in your direction and just sort of screeches once again. And this time it is very distinctly in pain. And you can see some more wisps of smoke starting to sort of come out of its mouth as it, rips open where it wasn't before in order to yell.
Corum is like, this town isn't yours. Get out. You're not welcome here. Yeah.
All right, Corum, if that's your turn, it is now Joelle. What would you like to do? You glowing little beacon of light, you. You're muted.
How far am I from the Helgeist right now?
From the Helgeist, you've backed up enough that you're closer to like 30, 20 feet away.
Okay,
I'll say a solid 25.
Because the range of the attack is 30 feet and the length of my chain is 15 feet, that means that when it's at its furthest away from the Helgeist, it has a range of 15 feet from me. So if it's more than 15 feet from me, you know what I'm saying? You follow?
Yes.
Okay, so if it's more than 15 feet from me, I can swing and get it back in, right?
I'll say yes.
Because it'll be out and then in again. Okay, I'm gonna just because I'm not trying to cast anything else. I can't right now. It's too much going on. So I'm just gonna just persist with Radiance of the Dawn and try to just hit it again, or just make it take that save again.
Okay.
So it's a 16 that it needs to pass.
Let's see how it does. It is a 10.
Yes, get hit. Okay. 2d10. That's okay. That's 8 plus my cleric level, which is 3. Is that it? Yeah. So that's 11 damage. Radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stay in this magical range where I'm between around 20 to 25 feet away from it, and just stay there, and just keep trying to do what I'm doing.
All right, Joelle. At the end of your turn, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And you're rolling this at disadvantage.
Because I am very fired. I was so annoyed by that, but that was the point.
Sorry.
I mean, that's what we have to do.
I can give you a fun freebie and say that it's not because of the fairy fire.
Oh, what is it because of?
That's worse.
I'm scared.
That's crazy. Okay. What is that? What does that mean? The section next to my wisdom saving throw is the wisdom throw, right?
Yes.
Okay. The bubble next to my wisdom saving throw is filled in. What does that mean? Does that mean
you have proficiency, so you add your proficiency bonus.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. I forget that every time. I forgot that last time.
Yeah.
This is what you get when you switch between two different versions over and over again.
The number filled in should already have the proficiency added to it, usually.
Oh.
Because it's a combination
of. I see.
Yeah.
It does. Okay, so wisdom saving throw. Come on.
At disadvantage.
Okay. Oh my god. One of them was a 19. The other one was a 15.
Okay. Who can see Joelle right now? Both of you?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they both can.
And you're, completely lit up, so you're not exactly easy to miss. Is that right? Easy to miss? Or is it?
Yeah,
you're not easy to miss.
You're not easy
to miss.
I have no idea. I've never spoken words in my life. Look. I've never heard of an idiom. That's okay. So, Corum and Ayla, you both sort of notice Joelle out of the corner of your eye, and there is this dark kind of shape appearing just right above his head, and it blossoms into what looks for a minute like a little halo, and then it continues to grow and kind of expand until there is a large wrought iron crown just sort of floating.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Joelle.
Oh no.
You look about yourself. You see the guard. You see the Helgeist. You see your two friends. They're not your friends anymore, Joelle. That's the
Not
end of your turn.
possession. Not
That's the end of your turn.
possession.
Oh no.
The guard will continue to fire at the Helgeist and do more damage than they did last round. The last time that I played with, the guard were pretty damn useless too, but it's alright. They've got little toothpicks.
Literally,
You can only
or-
do so. No, they've got little. It's more like sewing needles, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
But they are whittling it down little by little. There is very much the impression that if they were completely on their own, they wouldn't be able to put as much of a dent in it as the three of you have now combined. But they take another chunk out, and it is beginning to hiss every time. Every time it gets a little swipe at it. Some of the rabbit and hedgehog guards, you notice, are kind of beginning to back away a little bit because they have lost their weapons. But they are also doing what you can. You see that only the squirrels really have arrows. And after the guards, we are back to Ayla.
Yep, I dropped one of my d20s, so I'm going under the table.
Take your time.
Ta-da! I'm going to pop my head out from behind where I'm hiding and throw my two knives at the Helgeist.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a 19 and an 18.
They both hit?
Cool. And one of them is a sneak attack.
Yeah, I was about to say, you were hidden. You totally get advantage.
Sneak attack.
Well, I guess I could roll again.
You could if you want to see if it's a crit.
They are not crits, regrettably. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of psychic damage.
16
Very
points of
nice.
psychic damage.
We hitting.
You, all three of you, except Joelle, you're kind of taking a bit of a backseat in your head right now, so you see it, but it's like, eh. All three of you notice the Helgeist as it tries to take another step, kind of trying to get away or make a strike or anything. It picks its leg up, and then there is just kind of this like really sloppy sound, like you're pulling something out of mud where it's been stuck into, and the paw just kind of halfway down slopes off. And
Oh,
it hits
wow.
the ground, and all of you are going to be in radius.
Boo.
All of you make a dexterity saving throw, because as
Sad.
this leg flows off and hits the ground, it turns from sort of this oobleck material into a complete liquid. So if you are on ground level and if you are within 15 feet of the Helgeist, make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being taken away by the current.
I get it.
Sorry!
Oh no.
I shouldn't be there, right? I'm about 25 feet, right? I should be good.
Oh yeah, you are fine.
I get
That's
a
5 feet up.
That's that positioning.
Oh, you're 5 feet up. I get a 16 on the save.
You get a 16. The DC was 15. You are all
Yes.
Oh,
We're all good.
I probably,
work.
all things considered, it probably would have been better if I did get swept up, to be perfectly honest.
True. When you come murder us next turn.
But I rolled a 16 anyway, so it wouldn't have worked. So
The Helgeist makes an unearthly screeching sound as it watches its paw fall to the ground and just sort of burst like an awful water balloon, essentially. And it's trying, but there's not sort of enough like oil in its mass, and it is struggling now to regenerate its fourth paw. And while it is trying to do that, Corum,
Oh, can I roll my bonus action to hide?
yes, you can do that again as your bonus action.
14.
14. Well, Corum and Ayla. Both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Oh, okay, I'm good. 18.
18. You're safe.
What was it?
23.
23. You are also safe. 2 more of these little shadowy tendrils come out of its sides and both shoot towards you, and you duck and weave out of the way. Ayla, you are aware that it knows of your presence.
Yep.
All right, after the Helgeist, Corum, you're up.
Okay. How big is the creature? Like in feet, obviously inches. But...
Yeah, in like real person feet,
Uh-huh.
it's about 4 feet tall.
Okay, fine. Okay, in that case, I am going to cast Shatter centered in the middle of it.
All right.
I need it to. This is like my big badass spell.
I love Shatter.
I need it to make a con
Flork.
saving throw, and since it is made of inorganic material, it has disadvantage.
Ooh, we should do.
Schlork.
We should have done that with the thing.
That's okay.
Yeah, whatever. At this,
It rolled a 19 and a 4.
Woo!
Oh, so it fails. Sweet. Okay.
Mhm.
let's go. Let's
Nice.
go.
Oh, it's gonna cover us in oil.
It's gonna cover us in oil. Yeah. Well, what can you do? Here comes the damage. 6 plus 5 is 11 plus another 6. 17. Thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
Thunder.
That's knockback, right?
There's no
Thunder
knockback.
wave is knockback.
Yeah, shatter
I'm
is like a
thinking of force. Yep.
I hate to do this, but I don't have my own saying for it yet. Corum, how do you want to do this?
yes. Oh thank God. Okay. I wanna center it in the middle of the thing. And for it to do like a comic book splat. Where it's just like and then just kind of dissolves to the ground if it's gonna do that.
Hell yeah.
And
There's
Corum is like, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. Like poses. Dabs.
I love you.
Oh my god, that one epic history teacher.
You imagine having Corum as your history teacher? I can't.
there is this kind of ripple centered from within it, sort of like a cup of water when you hit the surface that it's resting on, and it ripples, and there is just this deep bass boosted kind of noise where it's just bass. There's nothing else really to boost. It is just the deepest bass, and all of you feel it in your bones. And then the Helgeist just sort of stops existing. The explosion of it happens so fast that all you really notice is that now the walls on either side are just covered in this slick oil, and the smoke begins to rise up out of it. And that's a good place for us to go to break.
Yay. We did it, guys.
We're doing it.
We're doing
Everyone
it.
is completely covered in oil. Not the same quite as its paw, because it is actually dead this time. It begins to dissolve away into smoke, so you don't have to worry about being swept away. But when we do come back, you will have to worry about Joelle,
Yup.
whose crown of madness has
Bad
not yet gone
times.
away.
Yup.
All right,
Bad
folks
times.
out there in the audience, we will see y'all in 15 minutes here, and I'd say we have maybe an hour and a half of gameplay. We're not going to push it too far past our usual 3 hours. So yeah, that's that. We'll see y'all when the break is over. Thanks so much. Great. Welcome back, heroes. Hope you guys had a fantastic break. We sure did. Right, and the Helgeist is dead. Bailey is making her way up the cello case. Corum and Ayla, you are in the thoroughfare. Joel is a couple feet away from you. He's still got that
Looking
crown
very
floating over his
normal.
head.
Looking
Great.
very normal.
Joelle, if you want to, you can just roll randomly and I'll decide for you, but if you would like to make the decision into your own hands, you're super compelled to attack somebody.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was muted. The guard are still here, right? They're closer
Yes.
to me, right?
Yeah, there's more of the quills, the hedgehogs are sort of close to you.
Can I do things that like? Can the me in the back of my head, the me in the sunken place? Yeah. Can I like do things that are harmful but are like less harmful? Like, can I intentionally do that?
No, not with Crown
Okay,
Effect.
I didn't think so. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna swing the meteor hammer at the nearest mouse guard because it's already in motion. I'll just do that.
It is. All right, and you remember the stats, damage, and stuff for swinging it out after you've had it.
Ooh. Let me see. It's a ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's better. Hold on.
And it has a range of 15 feet because it is
It's range of 15 feet because of the swinging already in action. It's a reach weapon. I remember. The thing that we had added was successfully it trips people and they have to take a dex save. That's what it was.
You can either attack or you can trip.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. You can attack or you can trip, but if the attack is successful, they have to make, I think, it's a dexterity save in order to not be ensnared. And then once they're ensnared on your next turn, you can trip them if you want to.
Oh, the grappling is 15 feet, but the attack is 5 to 10 feet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just do the attack first. Well,
Okay.
I think I can only do the attack. Yeah.
It's your action. Because to do another attack like that, you would have to wind it up.
Yeah, you were right. It's a dex save. Okay, so I'm going to use. I guess I have to use my dex because my dex is higher and I'm shooting to kill, so I have to use the highest one. So wind up and then attack. Okay. So what's to hit? Let me see. Oh wait, you're to hit. The mouse is to hit. I rolled to hit them. So let's see. My to hit roll is a 12.
12 totally hits, and they need to make a dex save.
No, I'm just hitting them. This is just dealing damage to them. So I'm using my dex modifier for the damage roll. Oh yeah, it is a finesse weapon. Tee-hee.
Praying for this mouse.
I'm weak. I'm mad weak, so it'll be fine.
Ooh, I'm gonna roll a d20 while you're doing that so that I can decide who it hits.
Ability modifier. So I'm hitting for. Oh man! 6. Oh god! 7 damage. Oh mouse. Oh no! That was like literally the max damage I could do. That was literally the highest amount of damage I could have possibly done. No!
So you all watch as Joel lashes out with his meteor hammer. Pretty much the first time that he's really used it to like its full extent, aside from casting spells through it and using it as a distraction and a light source. And it snaps out of him like a striking snake, just with this sort of blistering speed, this heavy meteor hammer, essentially, of this big metal sensor with these burnt up cookies all stuffed inside of it.
I forgot about that.
It flies away from him, holding onto the rest of the length of the chain, and just beams one of the quill mounts in the side of the head. They fall off their mount, and they don't
Ooh.
seem to be grievously injured, but they fall off their mount and kind of like sit up a little bit and then just lay back down. Some of the two of the other mice that are kind of like flanking them, the guards, they quickly get off of their mounts as well, casting quick glances in Joel's direction for going to help their ally. And we are technically still in initiative. That was Joel, that was in the guard. So Ayla, it's you now.
Okay. I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry, Joelle.
Don't miss. I'm not trying to
I'm-
do this no more.
I'm going to. I will try once, and then if it fails, I'll roll again to throw the second one. I'm trying to throw and just conk him in the head.
Okay.
That's a 17 plus 5, 22.
To hit?
Yes.
Joel, does that hit your armor class?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Oh wait, I also have an advantage. I don't want to get a nat 20 though, so I would like to not get a nat 20.
All
You're
right.
trying not to kill me. That's ideal.
Okay. I'm doing non-lethal damage because I've thrown essentially a dull dagger at his head.
Sounds good.
It's still 6 points of damage though.
I've
I'm
taken
so
one
sorry.
the past 10 minutes.
Joel, as you have taken damage, will you please make another wisdom saving throw? This is
Yes.
also at disadvantage,
Ooh.
however.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm about to say my wisdom is so good. I was literally like, if he does the thing on me, I'll be okay because I have really good wisdom. And then I got hit with the thing. Oh, wisdom saving throw disadvantage. Please, please. Oh my god. Oh,
Bro.
Oh.
Oof.
That's okay. In that case, make a con save, just straight.
what is my... I do not have a constitution modifier because I am skinny. Oh my god, it was a 4.
Before, that's actually not too bad. Joel, you are unconscious.
Okay.
You are
Perfect.
stable. You are stable, and you do not lose any hit points aside from the 6 non-lethal damage that you took. But you are immediately rendered unconscious. Pretty much
That's
just
possible.
as quickly as it appeared, the crown, the wrought iron crown that floats above his head, just sort of rusts and then crumbles and melts away.
Perfect.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
So sorry.
Shall I go wake him up
Joel-
again?
Joel's like,
I think so. I think
He's
we're
out.
okay to wake him up.
Okay, I'll go over and probably feed him a healing potion because I'm a bit low on spell slots.
Okay.
So 2d4 plus 2.
Mhm.
Let me roll it. 4 and 3. 9.
yeah,
All right,
I'm full. I'm at full again.
sweet.
All right.
Okay,
Who wants to climb a cello?
all of us. I
All
have
right,
decided that
cello
I would
time.
die for Bailey. And
Oh,
I
me too.
may go on to die for Bailey. It's a real promise.
Wait,
I have
wait,
also
wait,
decided that.
wait. I'm gonna go over and cast Cure Wound on that mouse that I beat the mess out of on accident. And
Yeah,
just-
you approach this mouse that you just beamed, and there's a semicircle of a crowd kind of like gathered around it. Most of the quills have dismounted from their hedgehogs, except for one you recognize to be the very tiny desaturated figure of Thorn, who's sort of holding on to the reins, maneuvers his hedgehog over to kind of just like you're passing by a car accident and you're not really looking at the road, you're just like looking to the side. He sort of does that, not entirely sure what's going on, and then he sees you, Joel, and his expression just kind of goes like, God damn it, And he
Yeah.
remains on his mount because it ensures that he is taller than you, which is very important to him. And he kind of like sits up a little bit straighter and fixes his tunic and his armor, and he goes, "This was you."
Not really.
Just say sorry.
Saw you had some shit going on there.
I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I kind of just got here. I mean, I saw what was happening, but I was also kind of asleep. So, big L on my part, to be perfectly honest. Like, I apologize. That was not the intent. However, and then he gets cure wounds ready. He's like, we're gonna not let this be normal going forward, and then cast cure wounds for. Oh my gosh, I got double one. Okay,
Oof.
well.
It'll
Oh wait,
still
plus
wake
my
them
plus
up.
my level. That's 5. That's actually he's basically fine.
Plus your spellcasting modifier, not your level.
Oh, not my level. What's my level? Oh, well, that's 4, so that's whatever. So it's fine. He's at he's only down 3 health points or whatever, and it was mostly a gesture. So big like energy, but like also trying to get the crap out because we trying to catch Dawn and catch up to Bailey. Be like, yo,
Yeah.
not the goal. Sorry about that.
Thorn kind of nods at you and is like, "Oh, good. Like you're one of those Healy types as well." Make sure that guard's okay. Kind of calls out like a "You're on your feet, Barry," and little mouse kind of gets up, conscious again, and is looking
Sorry,
around
is the mouse called Barry?
with an E.
Okay.
We stand. We stand.
I named all of the guards. I have them in my notes.
We stand.
Oh.
Sorry,
Okay.
Barry.
Yeah, you guys head in the direction of the cello case. I'm assuming.
Follow
Boundmaster
Bailey.
Ada on her rabbit mount will also come over. And will slide off of the rabbit, meeting you by the door. And she goes, "What can we do?"
Spread out. Clear up the oil. We don't want anything else catching fire.
I mean, honestly, if there's anyone left in town, make sure they get out. I don't know what she'll try next.
Yeah.
And watch out for there'll be these little kids running around in like black cloaks. Do whatever they tell you to be honest. They're smart.
Yes.
The black with the masks, the black cloaks with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
those are runners. You know that, right?
No.
No one tells us anything.
From what I know, they try to keep it a little bit more under wraps. The council knows about them, but Bailey shares most of everything that she knows with us.
Okay.
They're like a secret service. No one really knows where they come from. It's neat that they trust you, though.
Huh. Interesting.
They've probably been watching a lot more than we know that they've been watching, to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest, considering
That's-
how loud and uncouth we are.
That's how they tend to be. But they haven't proved to be dangerous, and they've been here, I'm pretty sure, as long as the Shaw itself. So we keep them.
The main thing is though, if you see Dawn, don't approach her. She is very dangerous. Powerful magician.
Noted.
Just call for help. Call for us.
And make
Alright.
sure you let everyone know where she is so we can
Yeah.
do whatever we have to do based on that information.
Yeah.
We'll do what we can. You get up there and get our captain. And she signals up on the wall to Dimitri, who signals again, and all of the guards begin to spread and fan out, covering where they can. You enter the cello case.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It is empty,
You know,
but it is still lit.
it's on you, Ayla. It's on you.
I mean,
Let's go.
we know that Bailey at least is inside, right? Like she has not emerged from the inside to the outside.
You haven't really been paying attention to the top of the cello case at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she didn't
But-
come out of the lower door, the ground level
She
door.
hasn't come back out the front door.
Is it faster to go up the stairs on the inside or crawl or like climb up to the top?
Like scale the wall.
Yeah.
It'd probably be faster just to climb on the inside.
Okay. Then I will just stay with everyone else and climb the stairs like a normal person.
All right. I imagine that the three of you guys book your way up the stairs pretty much as fast as you can get. Ayla, you do pull ahead just a little bit, but make sure to keep your party mates in sight. It is quiet. It is empty. There is nothing to see, to hear, to even experience, pretty much. It's just the black walls of the inside of the cello case, little makeshift floor, the makeshift stairs. You go up story after story after story, and then you emerge from the trapdoor in the top of the cello case, and you see on one of the remaining saucers there is the familiar form of Captain Bailey Bluebell of the Ashaw Guard, and on a different saucer there is, you only sort of recognize the shawl, these blue butterfly wings, the cornflower blue dress. It's familiar. It's iconic.
Dawn.
Wait, but can we just not see her, or does she not look recognizable?
She's a little bit too far away, and there's something kind of off.
Let's peg it towards them. We need to back Bailey.
I'm staying a little bit behind. Just a few steps
Well,
behind.
You keep the brain cell then, and I'm gonna run for Bailey.
All right, so
And I'm gonna put my hand on my sensor in case I gotta ensnare. Since obviously I'm competent now. Apparently. Apparently I'm a combatant now.
Joelle is going to be staying on the cello. Corum and Ayla, are you going to hop onto the saucers?
Yes, you're gonna make your way towards Bailey. I'm gonna make my way towards Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
So we can come at it from different angles.
Pincer motion.
Yeah.
I read that in a book.
You can read?
I'm a history teacher.
I grew up in a circus.
You can read?
Sometimes.
All right, are y'all trying to be stealthy as you pincer motion your way onto the saucers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, both of you make stealth checks.
Ayla is invisible.
Standard. Oh, I am pretty good as well, actually. I am 21 stealthy.
22.
Nice.
Is that Violet Parr of The Incredibles?
Oh my god, I love her. Where? So yeah, you imagine not only are you being incredibly stealthy, which is quite the feat to do on the saucers, on these, wind chime of a little obstacle course. Granted, it is about halfway taken out. The teapot is completely gone. The ropes that suspended it are just kind of like left dangling there. Most of the teacups and saucers in the vicinity are also either gone, chipped, imploded, just kind of hanging by like a handle or something. But there's a couple that are left, and you begin to sort of make your way encircling the two figures, and you get the feeling that adding to your stealthiness is also the fact that Bailey isn't even bothering to focus on anything else. You can hear her as soon as you exit the trapdoor of the cello case. She's just not yelling, but she's got that stern, disappointed mom voice. She is speaking through gritted teeth, and she is trying to keep it down. And yeah, basically just not hurling insults. But it's a lot of like, we never should have trusted you. I always doubted you. I knew that you were going to be bad for Ashaw. I knew that you were too young and stupid to be on the council in the first place, but now you're going to be like this too? I didn't expect you to be evil too. How disappointing you must be to your dads. And just really going off. Dawn is not responding.
I'm taking psychic damage.
We take like secondhand embarrassment.
It's like, it's like you're over at your friend's house and like their parents are yelling at them.
Yeah.
And you're sitting on the house, like,
Oh no.
Literally,
Yeah.
quite literally.
You are pretty well stealth, and as far as you know, what would y'all like to do?
I guess I'm gonna. So they're not fighting currently.
They're on different saucers, so they're not close enough. Bailey has her sword gripped in her hand, and Dawn is just kind of like has the shroud kind of pulled around her.
Okay. I want to message Bailey so that we aren't surprising her. And just give our positions. And say that we don't think Dawn has seen us.
Okay.
And
head-
ask what she wants us to do.
Her head like cocks a little bit at the voice, but she doesn't make any inclination that she's no longer alone. She responds to you in that very quiet whisper, and she goes, "I'm really not making any headway here." She hasn't responded to anything, and these fucking saucers are impossible to climb across.
Do I have a rogue for you? Okay. I will then relay to Ayla what Bailey said and be like, I think we've got to try and take her down. I mean, we don't have to kill her if we don't, unless we're forced, but she's too dangerous.
I think it might be time for my favorite activity.
Is that scrambling over rooftops?
Yes, but I meant knocking people out with the pommel of a knife.
That is your favorite activity.
Knocking people out.
Well, I will run across a rooftop later.
Well, before you do that, is she respond? Okay, can I use insight to see if I have any possibility of potentially making any leeway with her emotionally, connecting with her? Can I use insight to try to determine that?
Yeah, that would be insight.
Just based off of how she looks like she's doing. Because she tried to kill me. If I pull up on some I forgive you, I feel like there's something that okay, good. Oh yeah. 24.
Ooh.
24.
Yeah.
You
I am looking.
Honestly, with the 24, I was gonna make it vague. You don't think so.
Okay.
Considering what you've put together, the lengths that she's gone to, and the fact that this having been the great beast and was kind of the peak of her plan, and that she actually did go as far as to try to potentially wipe out the entirety of a Shaw. You don't think she's at a point where she can be reasoned with if she's already crossed this event horizon.
Okay. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. At least not you.
Yeah, right. Seeing what's going on, there's not really a lot we can involve here. Okay. And she's far away enough where only Ayla could probably just get to her normally, just approach her.
Right now, okay. Yes.
I don't want to keep knocking people out, but at this point.
I'm sorry. I'm a one-trick pony.
I can try and talk to her, but if Bailey's not getting through,
yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do. I relay that sentiment to them. I don't think there's really anything that we can especially us as people who are not relevant elements in her life. I feel like the only people who could really help her right now are her dad. That's about it.
Has anyone seen Matameo? From our vantage point up here on the sources, can we see him at all?
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna also make one.
22.
Let's go.
10.
You're distracted. You're trying to throw knives.
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20? None of you see any sign of him.
That's weird, right? Where is he?
That's upsetting. I mean, we could always knock her out and then bring her to the temple where Ansel is. At the very least, then one of her dads could talk to her.
You genuinely may not even have to knock her out. She's very broken at this point. You might just be able to carry her. And she's also very physically weak.
Well, we don't know that.
I have no idea.
She looks physically weak, but
Well,
she also looks
true.
like someone who wouldn't try and murder an entire town. And here we are.
We do not know what her...
I think if I'm dragging her across town, I'd like her not trying to cast magic while doing
That's
that.
valid. That's valid.
Shall I give her one more try on the talking and then we can go for the whacking?
Yeah, if you want, I mean, if you think you talking to her will help, I will continue hiding in this teacup.
Okay, fine. One more try.
Joelle and Ayla in the shadows,
I'm coward. I'm crouching down in a teacup.
Okay. I guess Corum will show himself, like step out, and just be like, Dawn, it's over. It didn't work. You have to come down now. Nothing.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's check my stats. Ooh, 23.
Ooh.
23.
Persuasive.
You notice kind of she turns her head in your direction.
Okay, she hears me.
But she hears you. Other than that, she remains completely still in the center of the saucer.
You only wanted what was best for Ashar, right? You would have been a good ruler. Is that why you did it?
The head shakes. No.
So it was just for power? Like,
The head shakes. The head shakes.
did someone make you do it, Dawn?
The head shakes. One more time. Make a perception check.
Yeah, this is weird. 13 plus, I think, plus 3? Yes, 16.
You remember that Dawn is a deer mouse. She is very distinctly got a sort of white patch starting from the jaw going all the way down the chest. This figure doesn't have that. This figure is just brown all over.
But wearing the clothes?
And it has
they have the blue
cape,
shawl.
the shawl, the cap.
Butterfly shawl.
Who are you?
There's nothing. You kind of recognize this Corum.
Is it? Is it Matameo?
No, Matameo is a pure white mouse, but you recognize this sort of stiff movement very similarly to how Bailey was acting before she attacked you.
This person is hypnotized, I see.
Okay.
This is yet another decoy.
If it works the same as before, that means the decoy can see us but not hear us. So I guess I'll just yell. I think this mouse is being controlled. We should probably just, part of a dagger to the head, the usual. Go for it, Ayla.
Okay. Well, poor bastard. I don't want to hit some stranger. Okay. Oh well, better than being controlled, I guess.
Probably.
I'm going to telepathically to Bailey say, is there a way you can let the rest of your guard know that this isn't Dawn and she's somewhere else?
I can, but I would have to move. I can't communicate with them in my head the way that you guys can.
It's okay. You should go. We can
Yeah,
take care of this.
we'll deal with this.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And she takes a couple of steps back and then turns and leaps from one saucer to the other and into the cello case. One more glance over the shoulder, and she descends.
All right. I'm very sorry, stranger. I don't know who you are, but
Wait
I'm
a
very
minute.
sorry.
Would I know, but in character, would I know if minor restoration would dispel that?
I think we tried that on Bailey.
Let me see.
Did we?
Not on Bailey. Not while Bailey was
Because I
placed.
wasn't there with Bailey.
That was just quorum. Lesser restoration, you mean?
Yes, lesser restoration.
Uh,
I tried that on the people who had the plague.
yeah, the lesser restoration cured the plague because
It
It's
was
a poison.
poisoning.
it's a poison.
So would that help this brainwashing thing? Would that do it? Would that
It
do
would not.
anything? Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, never mind.
Go for it.
Conk away.
I'm sorry. I will duck out from my teacup. That's a 14 plus 5, a 19.
Absolutely hits.
Doing
I roll.
non-lethal damage.
Okay.
4 points of damage. I rolled a 1.
Okay. And it
Good.
failed its con save, so it collapses in a little cornflower blue heap.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but wait, guys, if this person could answer questions without facing us, then that means that whoever is controlling it can hear us. So
Not
either
necessarily. I mean, it was just giving a no answer to everything I said.
but how would it even know when to say no?
Because it turned to look at me when I started.
Mm.
Also,
Did it turn
although
to face?
we
Did it turn to face
do,
corn completely?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
we
so it
do
wasn't.
know that Dawn can see this area though because she cast Crown of Madness on you, or at least someone who's
Yeah.
capable of casting magic did.
Yeah.
So it's her or Matameo.
She's somewhere around here.
So her or Matameo are somewhere around
If
here.
Matameo is evil, I am
I will
literally.
flip.
I'm
cannot
literally
take it.
walking away.
I'm out.
I'm done. Okay, so the person is up here. That's true. Okay, you conk. They're unconscious. Dawn has a vantage point. Dawn is probably either up here or maybe even up higher. Maybe
she went up instead of down.
The
maybe she
highest
went up instead of
points
down.
are the chandelier, the clock tower, Matameo's clock
Yeah.
tower, and the cello.
I can get to the rafters. That's how I got from the cello to the clock tower in the first place.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't split up again in case someone tries to kill us. But
That's true.
definitely, okay. I guess we should scour this area and then go to the clock tower
Mm-hmm.
because it's the next highest point. Well, first let's use common sense and look at the chandelier, and we shall look and see if there's any. Is it too dark for us to see? It's too dark for us to see.
From this distance, yeah, even with your dark vision, the chandelier is about halfway across town, and those candles have not been relit yet.
Can I see?
Oh, don't you have 120-foot dark vision?
Superior dark vision.
Yeah,
don't
I
you?
have superior dark vision.
Yeah, you are
yeah,
looking.
You could make that perception check. Go ahead.
I am looking with my drow eyes. 18.
18. You look and peer into the darkness towards the silhouette of the of the chandelier, and your drow eyes pick up the chandelier and the candles and nothing else.
Okay.
Okay, she's not on the chandelier.
Clock tower, maybe.
Clock tower and here.
If she was running, she might have gone to her dad, Matameo.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Ayla,
Yes.
you found that space inside of the face of the clock tower.
Yes,
like
there above where we were, there are several like tiers of rooms in the clock tower.
That could be a really good hiding spot. Okay. But in the cello case, it's just these saucers the inside of the cello case, and that's it, right? And then you go to the
Yeah.
ground. You can go down the stairs to the ground. Down the stairs to the ground.
She's had plenty
Okay.
of time to get from here to the clock tower, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's pretty clear nothing is here. We can do a quick scour. I think we probably should, but I'm pretty sure it's in they're in the clock tower if they're still here, if they haven't decided to run or something.
Okay. We'll do a quick sweep and then go for the clock tower then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Investigation? There's still perception.
Yeah.
If you're doing like a thorough look, it's the investigation. If you're doing like just a looking around and not like moving stuff around, that's perception.
Okay. Let's do perception then investigation in case we are smart today.
Okay.
I get a
And-
dirty 20 on
Nice.
my perception.
And
got-
once
I
more,
most definitely got a
just to be clear, where are you going and what are you looking for specifically?
the level where the town hall meeting is held, where there's like the saucers that go up to that room, that area, and like all of the open space in there. That's like, because that's most of where like the upstairs of the cello case is, right? Because other than that, it's like random levels going out and then the ground.
Yeah, there's a couple of different like doors in the hallway. Some of them are actual doors, some of them are just openings, some of them have like a curtain. The only one that you've ever gone into or cat really been like invited into is the meeting room, which is one of the rooms in like the neck of the cello case, of which there are about like 5 floors. The rest of the cello comprises of another 10 to 8 floors. Haven't really taken the time to count. And yeah, you've only really gotten the lay of the land of the council room and of the lobby, where all of the
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just do where we are going in towards the meet. We're going towards the meeting room, right? Where the saucers are taking towards the meeting room.
The saucers only go from the top of the cello to the where the teapot used to be. So from the saucers, you can take it to the top of the cello, descend through the trapdoor, and go down the stairs and investigate. If you want to, you can knock on every single door, peek into every single room.
Nah, we don't have time, and it's so much more likely that they're at the clock tower at this point. You
Yeah.
want to just go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're
let's
not
just go.
here, like right here. Let's just go there. Okay. We just gonna dip for the clock tower. Are we taking homegirl that we knocked out?
Yes.
I mean, down off the saucer, yes.
Yeah. We'll put them somewhere safe so they don't fall to their death.
Oh.
Okay, so you go over to the figure dressed in the dawn-like clothes and go to move them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Whoever wants to head that operation can make a strength check to, lift and maneuver them from saucer to saucer. And if you would like, you can also make a perception check to recognize.
Yeah, who is this person? Yeah.
That's a 16 to carry them.
Mhm.
And a dirty 20 to see who they are.
Fantastic. So you maybe like a little bit of effort because mice don't exactly have the exact same proportions as normal people. You throw this mouse over into a fireman carry, and go to leap from saucer to saucer. Before you do that though, you do get a pretty good look at like the face, the rest of the mouse. This is Reed.
Oh.
This is Reed
Oh,
wrapped in a little blue blanket pinned around the neck and the shawl. And
I'm
the
going
look.
to gut her like a fish.
Reed.
Why is she so mean to you?
Wait, Reed probably is the one who cast Crown of Madness.
I mean, we're fairly certain he was being controlled.
Yeah, but like, if this was some random, that means that, Dawn would have to do it. But like, Reed is right here. Dawn probably could have done it through Reed.
Okay, wait, slow down and think, right? I think we're missing a clue. Dawn to be controlling anyone like this needs her scrying stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where did we
Right.
leave all her scrying shit?
Up there. Oh, could she carry it
clock
around?
tower.
It is heavy.
The clock tower.
In the clock tower. Let's go to the clock
She
tower.
probably just, yeah, she just ran right out.
We
That
did
is
bring
pretty-
it all to one central
That is pretty
location.
We did.
first level dot connection.
It's okay. We got the
You
brain
have
cell
the brain
eventually.
cell.
I had it. I was in the back with it. I was in
You
the
had
back
it.
with it. I wasn't using it.
Uh-huh. I just borrow
we're
that for
going.
like a second and then I give it
Corn
back to the
said,
cow.
let me just not. Okay, we are teleporting to the clock tower.
We are legging
We
it.
are running.
All right. If all you want to do is just book it to the clock tower, you can make your way down the thoroughfare. You see the guard have indeed begun to fan out. You notice Bailey on her stoat, far larger than
Is
anything
there
else.
somewhere safe we can leave Reed?
Oh, probably. You can just kind of
with Bailey.
give him to one of the
Okay,
guards and be
cool.
like, please make sure he gets home okay. As you make your way from the cello case to the clock tower, a shawl is completely silent. The rain clouds are still outside, though the rain has stopped. The candles of the chandelier are still unlit. Everything is still in this kind of like desaturated silhouette, with just kind of the pale outline, giving everything very eerie. It's kind of like that game Limbo, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of that kind of visual going on. But from what you can tell, your evacuation procedures have worked a lot better than you may have anticipated. So, though it is eerie, Ashaw is indeed dead quiet.
That's good.
Okay.
You go to the clock tower, you open the door into this dimly lit U-shaped hallway. You make your way up the stairs until you get to the familiar floor of the library, where you have been spending so much of your time. And it is just as lit as it was when you left it. You take a pause in the doorway, kind of listen, and don't immediately hear anything. Would you like to press on?
Okay, Ayla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will sneak in as quietly as I can manage.
Also,
Also?
Reed didn't see Ayla, so because
Yeah,
Ayla
Reed.
was the whole time until they threw that knife.
Yeah.
Only Corum. So.
Reed didn't see me, yeah, because I was in a hole, in a teapot, in a teacup. All right, I'm gonna stealth check my way in. That's a 17 plus 5, 22.
22, nice. All right, so you begin creeping through the aisles of the bookshelves, all kind of laid out in this zigzag. There's really no order to it. They're probably too heavy to really move. So just kind of left them wherever they were placed the first time. So it is a bit of like a maze. There's a lot of corners. Less of a maze, more like a paintball course.
Ah, okay, got it.
But you've weaved in and out of this plenty of times before that you actually have kind of a pretty good lay of the land. And as you begin creeping through as stealthy as you can, make a perception check to listen as you push deeper into the room.
14 plus 4, 18.
18. You can hear Daisy mooing very quietly, her hooves against the ground as she's just sort of wandering the library.
Just reading,
Okay.
getting up to speed.
Can she read yet, Joe?
Yes.
Wait, before they continue,
Okay.
in the lobby area of the grandfather clock, I'm going to just cast Burning Hand. I'm going to take the cookies out so that it's just the incense in there, so I don't burn up the cookies. Cast Burning Hands and light the incense, and then just let it run along the ground, and then just keep an eye on and try to keep my back towards the exit with regards to the saucers, the exit saucer stairway. Is it a saucer stairway or just regular stairway?
It's just a regular stairway.
Okay, so I'm keep my back towards the stairway and do that so that if Dawn invisibly tries to leave, I can see the incense moving.
All right.
Nice.
And just keep an eye on that while this is happening.
Ayla, it takes you almost until you reach the other side of the room to where the other stairwell leading upwards is, that you do begin to hear voices. and from the floor above you, through what you imagine, the open stairwell and probably an open doorway carrying the voice, you can hear Dawn as well as like the sort of clattering of like books hitting the floor every now and then. And she's good, and you just hear her go, "Where is it? It was supposed to be somewhere. I hid it. Where'd you put it?"
Ooh. Sorry,
Is
I'm
there a
writing.
reply?
Not one that you can hear.
I will
And this is
telepathically
just Ayla.
I will telepathically relay that to
Gorham?
Joelle and Coram. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to go up? She's upstairs. Do you want me to go up?
Yeah, but let us catch up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you get taken out, we need to be able
Yeah.
to rush in.
And talk back and forth while we're going. Just like say, like we'll just recite the alphabet as we go so that we can keep the message up,
Yeah.
if something happens.
A, B, C, D.
Right. Just say
We're
back and
doing
forth.
that, and then after a while, we're like, wait, what comes after H?
Literally.
I don't know.
All of
Nico,
us
I'm
are
still
singing it
spreading
in a
this
different
incense.
key as well.
Yes. And then we throw some numbers in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Come very quietly.
we come quietly until we're like near Ayla, and then like go.
Okay. You pass by Daisy on your way, and she kind of like bonks you with her head.
I
And
pet her, and I like whisper very quietly, "You're a good cow," and then I
We
keep
stand
going.
Daisy.
She
Daisy is
kind
the
of
unproblematic queen.
she moves at you. She looks a little bored, and then she continues meandering.
I make a like mental note to ask her if she did her homework when I next see her.
Correct.
All right. Y'all are now all at the base of the stairs. Joelle and Coram, can you make a stealth check real quick, since you did say that you were trying to move quietly?
21. I'm
Nice.
really stealthy today.
You are.
You have been invisible today. Oh
That's
God.
great.
Okay, that's actually not that bad.
Oh,
14.
Joelle.
14.
Okay.
Not today.
Oh, that's okay.
Not
That's
today.
okay. 14 is okay.
14 is okay.
14 is okay. All right. Are you gonna make your way up the stairs?
Yep, as quietly as I can.
Sure thing. Ayla taking the charge. Joelle and Coram in like triangle formation behind them, or are y'all
Are you
staying
coming?
on this floor down?
I want to layer ourselves so like it can be like Ayla's like 5 feet away, and then Coram and Joelle are like 2 feet away. So like not maybe not that, but like so that
Yeah,
if
just
something went off,
staggered.
we're staggered, yeah, and not
Okay.
just like
Like
if something attacked me and Coram at the same time, it would get both of us. Not
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Ayla, you creep your way up the stairs, and it's kind of the one where it's like it goes up a little bit, and then it's like a landing, and you have to do like a 180 to go up the rest
Oh,
of the floor.
good.
Most of the stairwells in Ashaw have been like this, just for preservation of space.
Those good horror movie around the corner staircases.
And indeed, you do make it to the landing, and the doorway of the upper floor is open, and there is light sort of spilling into this darkened little stairwell area. And you can see through the light of the doorway there is a shadow of who you probably assume to be the figure of Dawn, given the sort of like, the short stature, the flowiness of the robes, and the silhouette. Every now and then just kind of like flitting back and forth, and also every now and then you hear a book hit the ground or just kind of fly across the doorway.
God, that's funny. Not in this context, but it's just very funny.
You
Fuck this
also
book in
hear,
particular.
fuck this book in particular. You can also hear now, as you are a little bit closer, there is a second voice, and it is the very, very quiet, calm, collected voice of Madame Mayo, to every single one of Dawn's repeated questions of like, where is it? Where did you put it? He goes, I'm not going to tell you that. And she just kind of ignores him and continues on.
Okay. Well, we know Matameo is telepathically again. Well, we know Matameo is in there with her. I can hear him. What would you like me to do?
I think we have to go for a kick the door down approach. I mean, we have to deal with her. We can't.
Yeah.
We can't do anything else at this point. And as of now, we obviously can't trust Matameo either, unfortunately, because he's a sympathizer. Like we just
Yeah.
Well,
we just
Or he's
sounds
being
like-
held hostage. He might
Yeah.
be being held hostage. We can't. I
Um,
can't tell yet.
from when you were here before,
Zero tolerance.
Ella, how big is the room that we're going into, like across? Do you remember?
Ayla might, but I don't.
It's
How big
okay.
is the room?
Proportionally to you, about 15 by 15 feet. It's not a big
Okay.
space by any
Okay.
means.
Okay. So I guess my approach would be you two boot the door down, and at the same moment I misty step into the room so I'm on the other side.
On the plus side, the door's open.
Okay, well you can nudge the door down, whatever takes your fancy. Creak it open.
Yeah, we'll do that same thing, except Ayla, you stay hidden because you're way better at doing sneak attacks. I'll come in forward. Corum, you come in misty
All the
step
way.
behind them so that you and I are the pincers, and
Okay.
Ayla is the sneak
surprise.
attack.
All right.
Yeah, because you already know Ayla will, and if you try to sneak, Ayla said bye. Like there's no. There's
So would you
none of
like me
that.
to
They will
wait by the
have you
door?
down.
Would you like me to wait and hide by the door?
Stay in the shadows.
Yep, I can do that. No
Okay.
problem.
All right. Let's go. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You misty step?
I do. I'm aiming to
Okay.
come out like opposite the door, basically.
Okay. Do you want to be opposite the door, like on the other side of the room to block
Yes.
off the other stairwell?
Oh, there's
Yeah.
another stairwell? Yeah, definitely.
It's it's kind of a zigzag where like when you
Okay.
when you climb up the stairs and enter into the room, across the room, there's the other stairwell to get to the next floor.
Then yes, definitely. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Definitely.
It's like a classic platformer.
Definitely.
All right, Corum, you vanish in a puff of smoke and reappear just as quick. The first thing that you notice is Matameo is sitting on the floor. He's got his red robes, kind of like Disney princess, billowing around him. He's not in like a chair or anything. He's just kind of like sitting on the floor, like a mouse. And carved into the wood, there is what looks like a couple of like sigils, some runes. You recognize this Quorum because you're a sorcerer. He's in an anti-magic field.
Okay.
Hmm.
I will relay this
Oval.
with the
Oh, so
the
he
psychics.
is. So he is being held hostage.
Yeah.
The sea bear circle.
And there's just
Okay.
a couple of shelves that block you from immediately being seen by Dawn. But Madame Mayo is sort of more off to the side. And so from where he can see you, he can see Dawn, and he is visible to Dawn as well as the doorway, but you don't immediately see Dawn. You do, however, hear her pacing back and forth, throwing things. She's
Okay.
kind of stopped yelling now and is just in a huff. And yeah. Joelle? Oh, yeah?
If Matameo sees me, I'm just like
He kind of like, he gives you that side eye. He gives you that side eye, but he doesn't even like make a motion, like a nod or anything. But
yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right, Joelle, it's your time.
Joelle, you burst into this room and it looks like it was already like too
Yeah.
much of a storage room. Like it might be where like the hoarder stuff was all hidden. It is even in more of a wreck than you think that it ever should be. Practically everything is on the ground. There's a couple of chests up against the wall that are open, some of them completely turned over. There's pretty much no books or items on any of the shelves, and there's a couple of things that are pushed up into more like piles of whatever Dawn is probably deemed as like useless junk, whatever she's not looking for. And you step into the doorway, and she sees you out of the peripheral of her vision and just stops dead, and then turns very, very slowly to face you and her face is set, her eyes are hard, and she goes, "You're supposed to be dead."
Well, then.
Yes.
I lived, bitch. I lived, bitch. And he goes, and he like dead calm. Like he okay. He has like the slightest smirk because he wanted so badly to do what I just did. But this is very serious. So he's like, you were supposed to protect the Shah. That's it. Just sit. Direct eye contact. Because Dawn still can't see Quorum, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I can see that Dawn can't see Quorum from where I am, right?
Yeah, you can't even see Quorum from where you are.
Oh, okay. So I can reason that Dawn can't see Quorum. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you were supposed to protect the Shah.
She just kind of like glares at you, and her mouth opens for a second, like she's gonna say something, and then she snaps it shut again. And then she goes, "Technically, none of that was in the job description. I was just taken on to be part of the council so that I could do what I could."
So why did you do what you did?
Ugh, I'm so tired of explaining myself. And she turns her back to you, and Madameo is trying to make like very hard eye contact with you, Joelle.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at him and continue, and I'm gonna look at him and ask Dawn again the same question to kind of just pester her so she like won't focus on me. Like, no, why did you do that, Dawn? Like something very one-dimensional. Like, why did you do that? Why would you endanger all these people? Something very shallow. And like looking directly at Madameo, like, yes.
You sort of get the sense that like perhaps if he could, he would definitely be trying to like cast message or sending or something. But there is something about this sort of glowing green circle that he is sitting in that is preventing him from doing as such. And Dawn, with her back to you now, continuing to go through drawers and shelves and anything that she hasn't quite gotten to yet. She just kind of, she starts off talking very slowly, halting sentences, and then she gets into this like ramble, and she kind of starts going off about like, I couldn't trust Reed, I couldn't trust Madameo, I couldn't trust Ansel. Everyone who was supposed to teach me how to be the person that I knew that I was supposed to be were complete failures in my life, so of course I had to take everything upon myself. And I even tried to prove that they were all failures, and that backfired until it didn't. And that's why I'm here now. But still no one is going to be paying attention to me, and still no one is going to accept the fact that I am so much smarter than they think that I am. And she goes on and on and on, pretty much just about how upset that she is that like no one is seeing her full potential, despite the fact that almost every conversation that you've had with someone has been like, wow, Dawn is really cool and credible.
Okay, while she's monologuing, do I know, can you physically disrupt the kind of circle that Matameo's in? Like if I go and like scrub out a mark?
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna like army crawl along the floor.
All right. Make it
in
the moment.
The moment I see Quorum, I just like go. Okay, if Dawn is looking at the bookshelf and Quorum's on the other side of the bookshelf from me, I move towards the bookshelf so I'm in Dawn's peripheral vision.
Yeah.
And like like the most relevant thing for her to look at.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, in that case.
And I'm jingling. I'm trying to give Quorum advantage. I am moving.
Indeed, Quorum, roll with advantage.
I am like
Nat 20, bitches. Hell yeah.
Look at us.
We
Back
are
at it again with the triple support comp.
Yeah. Who needs a tank when you have 3 healers?
Quorum, you army crawl very successfully. You are the quietest you've ever been in your entire life. And what are you using to scratch out the runes?
Like my tunic, my cloak.
Okay.
Or do I need something sharp?
You could use something sharp. It's kind of like etched into the wood, but there's also like you see that most of the green light is coming from like a chalk that's kind of been like
Okay.
put into the etchings as well.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna try and scrub out the chalk.
Okay. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Middling. 13 plus nothing, I imagine. 13 plus 2. 15.
So say for Arcana, I hope that you have a bonus to Arcana.
I'm a sorcerer. We
I was
ain't
about to say-
smart at that
you
shit.
better.
That is intelligence, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
I chose it for proficiency.
Only wizards are good at Arcana.
Yeah, no one except wizards.
We are dumb.
It's okay. It's okay. We already
Anyway,
know that
15.
we already know that Wizards of the Coast doesn't know how to make games, so it's all
Yeah.
We
good.
do know that.
You start rubbing away at the chalk on the floor. Madameo actually, with Dawn's back to him, gives you a little bit of a nod. And as soon as you sort of break this line of chalk, the entirety of the glow disappears, and Madameo stands up. And just as he does, and he sort of lifts his hand, you notice the staff is not with him. But he lifts his hand, and as soon as he does so, Dawn, you notice Joelle seems to have found what she was looking for. She goes into a drawer and rips open what looks like to be like a false bottom on it and like a hidden compartment, and she holds up a tiny little thin, very, very old looking, hand-bound leather journal. And she whips around and she looks at Madameo, and almost in like this moment of passion, doesn't even notice at first that he's standing up and that the circle is gone, and she throws this journal on the ground at his feet so that it sort of flips open, and you notice that it is a spell book. It is a personal spell book, probably belonging to some sort of wizarding student. And she throws it at the ground, and she goes, there it is, there's your proof that Reed was an idiot. I told you! And Madameo puts his paws to calm her, and he goes, I've been listening to you this entire time. I don't want to read this book. And Dawn steps closer, and she's pointing to it. She doesn't look at you, Joelle. She doesn't look at you, Coram. And she's just staring at this book as she points. And as she crosses the floor over, she even kind of like kicks it again. And she goes, it's a simple spell. It's one of the easiest spells. And if he couldn't notice that something was wrong with the glyphs in it, then he had no business ever being your apprentice. It always should have been me. It always should have been me. Would anyone like to do anything?
I would.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay, are we back? Okay, no worries. Just in case those of you who
Technical
missed it.
difficulties cliffhanger.
Indeed. Coram has firebolted this book. Coram, if you want to make your attack and your damage rolls.
I am getting a 19 to hit.
It is a book.
It's a book.
GG book.
So
GG book.
and 8 fire damage.
8 fire damage. Books have 2 hit points. It
Fuck
immolates.
Oh,
It not only immolates, but it sort of leaves like a book-shaped scorch mark in the ground, and Dawn shrieks this
Good.
unholy, like, wailing noise. And then she lunges at you. There's no weapon or anything. And she kind of just hurls herself bodily into you. Like, she doesn't know what else to do.
And I just yell, Ayla, it's time for a bonking.
You shut up!
It is time.
That is an 18 plus 5.
That
23.
23.
I'm doing non-lethal damage. Kind of upset about it, but I'm not going to kill this mouse in front of her dad. That seems rude.
Seems harsh.
That's fair.
Just a little bit.
6 points of psychic damage.
6 points of psychic damage. You're aiming to knock her out as well, right?
Yes.
She failed her Constitution saving throw.
Unconscious?
She is unconscious.
She's unconscious.
Thank
She's-
God she stopped talking.
You see
she's
it all
stable.
the time with these brilliant students, they're all just chat, thinking no one's noticing them, and all the time you're lining them up for some special bursary or award or something, and then,
That's why I don't
teenagers
like
are tiring.
wizards.
Madameo sort of like picks up a couple of the thrown around objects and he's just kind of like, well, Reed was a very brilliant student and he didn't talk very much at all.
Good. You should keep him. He's unconscious on the
He's
floor
unconscious,
downstairs.
I'm very sorry.
He is also unconscious.
As long as you've left him somewhere safe.
He's with Bailey.
She's
He
very
should be
safe.
fine.
I think so.
Are you okay?
She is now, yeah.
Rattle, you could say. I apologize. First of all.
What for?
When I called for help with my bulletin, this isn't exactly the outcome that I anticipated.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
I imagined it would be, of course, heroic and dangerous in many ways, but something like, and he gestures towards Dawn unconscious on the floor. I didn't want you getting mixed up in all of this.
Well, regrettably, all of this was what caused all your problems.
Is that so, then?
I mean,
Yes.
she summoned the Helgeist and also
Mind-controlled half of the town.
mind-controlled about half the town.
Summoned the monster another time to terrorize
And
Bailey.
poisoned the water supply.
Poisoned the
Poisoned
water supply.
I
am fairly certain.
tried to cause a war. That was
Yeah,
a good one.
I was gonna say she was
We're
very.
not sure how.
Well, I mean,
on that one.
I imagine we didn't get to see it, but I imagine she was not a proponent of talking it out.
Right.
I'm going to make that assumption that she was not a proponent of speaking to the Underdark rats.
No, not necessarily. She was never really the one to talk about problems. She tended to ignore them until they went away. I always saw it as something that was pacifistic and pleasant as someone who simply wanted to avoid conversation, but goodness. Oh, goodness.
You can never control these kinds of things. There's people have very complex personal reasons behind everything they do, and as long as everyone is, and he kind of looks around and he's like, safe, then you've done the best that you can. You were right to call us.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
I did, but before, I mean, she's my girl. This is my mistake.
She made her own choices.
She made her own choices.
Maybe you can have that relationship again, but it'll have to be different than before.
she chose how to respond to this situation. And while it might not have been the most ideal situation, she most certainly did not pick the most ideal response. And even to the very end, to the bitter end, there were unfortunately many chances to not
She
even
could have
do right,
stopped.
but at least keep things safe, keep things healthy, keep things in a logical
Yeah,
place.
this is the equivalent of if I hadn't gotten as many tips as someone else in the circus, me deciding to burn my whole circus down with my parents inside.
I mean, I
Probably,
joked
yeah.
about teenagers before, and I've seen this kind of competitive behavior, but I've never seen it turn into a massacre. This was her.
I still feel some responsibility. Perhaps she was too young
Our
to have been
parents
on the
are.
council. Her
Perhaps.
parents.
Hmm?
Say that again, Ayla?
I said, I think that's just how parents feel.
Oh, I thought you said I think her parents are, and I was like, this is.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
They said, I think that's just how parents feel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with that sentiment big time.
Yeah, Madameo makes a motion with his hand, and there's kind of a shimmer that falls over Dawn just for a brief second. He gives a little bit of a nod, and he goes, "Should keep her sleeping for some time longer. We should, well, the next course of action is to gather what's left of the council and decide what's going to happen. Typically, Bailey takes care of the criminals, but
I have a suggestion.
yes,
Do you know a mouse called Aubrey?
of course, she causes quite a few problems for us, actually."
No, it's kind of the opposite. She fixes all the problems that Dawn creates.
Yeah,
You would do well
unfortunately.
to beg her forgiveness and ask her to help the council.
Well, we will look into it. Do you know where she is now?
She had to flee. Dawn found her hideout, but if I had to guess, she's probably with the rats. I hear Jet's a bit more hospitable these days.
These days, yeah.
I see. Well, if you are all right, you are not required to stay behind, of course, to see the trial, I guess you could call it. We can put together the rewards for you that we had previously agreed upon. Um, he kind of stops for a second and he looks down as he realizes, and he nods and he goes, "Oh, of course. Well, that makes sense then. Never mind. We will find what we can to give to you as a reward, and you can leave. I can return you to your original sizes if you need. I don't know how far you have traveled, but I have a few spell slots left. I could perhaps return you to your original homes as well, if you so wish."
I like it here. I mean, I don't. It's awful. I hate it, but I want it to be better.
Me too.
Could we stay a bit?
I want it to be better.
You are welcome to stay for as long as you would like, of course, of course.
I'm good at climbing things. I could help. I mean, you've got a giant rigging that's broken in the middle of your town that you probably want fixed.
I could
Indeed,
work.
there will probably need to be quite a bit of rebuilding. It has been such a long time since we've had to build a Shaw from the ground up.
Also, it's like really oily and nasty.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
There was a big oil monster, but don't worry, we dealt with it.
Excellent to hear. Well, thank you. Heroes, I should say. I guess I was, in some cases, correct to call you here. I don't think that we would have survived any of this without some assistance, so we are indeed in your debt. To an extent, we've learned something about trusting people.
Yeah. Yeah. Heart emoji.
We're happy to have helped.
Fantastic. And
Yeah.
as we are pushing 6:45 over on my side, I think that this is an all right place to close out. Thank
Woo!
you.
The
Thank you all so much.
stress.
There
Oh.
will, because I'm not quite dead yet, and know the story can end here. Come back in 2 weeks for an episode 9 epilogue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come and find
Daily
out what
X Get
happens.
fan fiction 735.
I need to actually write that. I'm not even joking.
Surprise
35K.
epilogue.
Guys.
So we will see everyone out there in 2 weeks. Same time, same place, to find out what happens to all of our characters here, find out what happened to Ashaw. It's not going to be a very traditional, like, playing a game episode. It's just kind of be more like a fireside chat, very much like a collaborative story, where if we might not even make it to 3 hours, but just a little something extra. For those of you who want all of the content you can get, which is me. It's me. This is for me.
Us too.
Dude, this is for
It's
us.
for me.
Yeah.
This is not for
It's-
you. This is
I
for us.
want. Yeah. I want
You
more.
you have to be your own number one fan.
Correct.
All right. So I keep forgetting. I have to close out. I'm the DM. I'm in charge of this. My name is Joe.
Really?
I, as always, go by the them pronouns. You can find me at the Cat in Charge on Twitter, TikTok, mostly anywhere else except for Tumblr, which no one is allowed to know. And I have been your dungeon master for this week, every previous week afterwards, and unfortunately not the next 2 weeks because it's not going to be a dungeon and I'm not going to be mastering anything. But please come check out as I scream about tabletop RPGs and cosplay and all sorts of other fun things. And Miranda, please take it away.
I'm Miranda, she, her pronouns. I have been Coram, he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere else at mdebenham1. And yeah, that's it.
All right, Rue.
I'm Rue. I use he or they pronouns, and I've been playing Ayla, who uses they, them pronouns. And you can find me on Twitter or Twitch as at Ilana Knight 13 and anywhere else as just Ilana Knight, no 13.
And Ari.
I'm Ari. I go by he, him pronouns. I play Joel, who also uses he, him pronouns. You can catch me basically anywhere at the frog_prince. And yeah, that bitch signing out. That's all we do.
Oh man, I'm trying so hard to keep from smiling. I feel like my jaw hurts. I'm so happy right now. Oh man. Last order of business is, of course, crediting our portrait artist at Holly Hemlock on Twitter, our layout artist at My Big Moods with an S at the end, because once again, Twitter has destroyed their main account. Maybe follow it again if it comes back. And then, of course, Gift Nova Gaming, our producer. Without these 3 lovely people, we could not look as good as we can. We cannot do the things that we can. And we thank them so much for their help and support, as well as all of you out there. Thank you so much for joining us for this adventure. This is a multiple year long passion project that I have been working on and pouring my heart and soul into, and Mousecapades will be available as a PDF. Eventually, it was supposed to come out tomorrow, but we know how things be, so expect just a little bit of a delay. And without taking up any more of your evening, good night. Thank you. August 7th, same time, same place, if you want that little bit of story for our epilogue. But this is where Mousecapades ends. Thank you so much for joining us.